Ringside Mayhem Podcast family, you already know what it is. It is the value that allows you the opportunity to roll with me. But before you get in the ride, I must give you the bill because it's time to pay up. Y'all already know what's going on with this right here. You know what I'm saying? The price went up. The price went up last Friday because the man himself, Ted DiBiase, the $1 million man, has co-signed $1 million Mac. You already know where it's at. But I ain't by myself, and I know you're wondering, well, who else is around? Well, hey, the champ always got to have an entourage, you feel me? Because today is going to be a fire-ass episode, and I can't do it alone, you know. Sometimes I can't see so clearly myself, so I got to have somebody come on through with them.
Hey man, that's facts. That's facts, man. What's going on with you, Sir Mac? What's going on with you?
Man, you already know what's going down, man. It's another episode of the Mayhem, and you know it's
Yes,
it's it's
sir.
gonna get real interesting. It's gonna get real
Yeah,
interesting.
man. I mean, I know we got a reverend coming in that's going to deliver a fire word tonight. I got, look, man, the specs are on. Got my pen, got my notepad. I'm here to take notes, man, because the word is going to be delivered tonight, and I'm
Oh
here for it.
man,
I'm here for it.
all gonna be in the background, like, oh,
Yeah, got my praise dance going. It's on. It's on.
hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a crazy episode.
Yes, sir.
Whenever we got a STP member around, them takeover dudes always popping up and trying to take
Yeah.
over. So you never know who's
They
gonna
try
be on
they trying
today.
to they trying to speak loud when they've
Yeah,
been told time and time again that don't work.
I mean, hey, they're gonna learn the hard way. They're gonna learn the hard
Hey,
way. But
yes sir.
without further ado, you know what I'm saying, completing the STP Ringside Mayhem merger, we've had
Sir.
Shane Taylor, we've had Khan, we've had
Yeah.
O'Shea Edwards, we've
Yep.
had
Yeah.
Moses,
That's
and
right.
now, you know what I'm saying, Ringside Mayhem congregation, rise to your feet.
Yes.
From the
Yes.
pulpit to the ring, open up your ears and clear your mind as this man speaks. Put your hands together and make a joyful noise because it goes down a little something like this. Book of Revelation, disciple of Christ is what you make it. He's better than anyone that you name him. Watch him do it. The greatest here, and he gonna prove it. Believe in anything that is inclusive, he gonna preach that. Straight out of Pittsburgh to bring
That's
you the good
good, baby.
word, the
Yes.
VP
Yes.
and COO of the STP, Rev Ron Hunt, baby.
Woo.
Hey,
Woo. Bring
listen,
them
listen,
in.
listen,
Bring them in. Hey,
listen.
they ain't
You
ready.
need to
They ain't
you
ready.
need you needed a choir for that.
Yes.
Woo!
Hey,
Woo.
hey,
Hey.
that's one of the best intros. Listen, Deke, I'm gonna put your check in the mail. Put your check
Let's
in the
go.
mail.
Playing with the church's money. I told you I
Bishop,
wasn't playing.
Bishop Speck, I got your check in the mail.
Yes, sir.
We're
I
Yes,
gonna
told
do
you I
sir.
this
wasn't playing.
Hey.
today, man. But it's an honor to be with y'all, man. It's such a privilege to be able to complete this. I understand y'all had all the rest of the STP
Yep.
family on here, man. Y'all wanted the best and the best to do it, so I had to try to complete it for you all. So the privilege is all mine to hop on for y'all show today.
Man, this
Yes,
this
sir.
is lovely. So lovely. Hey, did I do you justice?
Man, you did it beyond justice, my brother. I appreciate that, man. Truly,
Oh,
man. Humble.
just a little bit, man. I mean, we are truly humbled to have you here because, like I said, what's going on, la la? You know what
La
I'm saying? The
la.
comments get to be
La la
popping
the
off and
sis.
everything.
Yeah, she said,
You know what I'm saying?
bro.
But man, like, it is such a joy. It is such a pleasure. We got a whole lot to talk about, a whole lot to get into. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a hot tag the professor in first to get these spots off real quick. What you got for him, LL?
Yes, sir. So Reverend Ryan, man. I mean, we got the intro out the way, but for we know you, but there's a lot that don't know you, man. What got you started in the business, man? How'd you get started?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, I think the first thing that made me want to go from a fan to an athlete was 1997. I think it was 1997, 1998. WCW Bash at the Beach. Eddie Guerrero versus Chavo Guerrero. Loser had to cut their hair.
Right.
And that's where it first got me. Eddie Guerrero was the type that if anyone ever got an opportunity to see him before he passed away, you understood that Eddie was the type of person that he could command a crowd. Wherever he walked into an arena, he had your undivided focus. And
Mhm.
I think that was something that hit me that made me want to take things to the next level. And then, fast forward 2011, down in Florida, got trained by Alfred Wild Simone, the Wild Simone Training Center down there. And literally the rest has been history ever since. But it first started with wanting to take things to the next level just based off how I seen Eddie Guerrero moving in our business. And we've been trying to make those same moves ever since, man.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously, you mentioned Eddie. He's I know Mac and myself, man. We bet they're definitely fans of his. And my next question for you is like, with that, seeing as how that did kind of get you started, would you say that Eddie was one of your biggest impacts as far as his influence into who you are in the wrestling industry, or was it someone else?
Absolutely. I think that he was one of the biggest influence. I think not only from what you've seen from an on-cam perspective, but
Mhm.
also just the psychology and just where his brain was within the business. I think he was very mature in the business from where he started to where we see the business has evolved now. And he was that type of guy that just by his thinking by itself, he learned how to transcend the business in a way. And so that was one thing that I took away from it is, no matter what company I go to, how long I'm with a certain company or a particular area, how can I leave it better than before I got there? And I think that was one thing that I took away from the heart and soul of Eddie Guerrero. But there's a long list of people that
Okay.
have helped cater me and make me to the way that I am. I mean, you're talking about people like Teddy Long, people like Ron
Mm.
Simmons, Norman Smiley, some that many people might not know unless they research it. Sweet Daddy Sigi, man. So just so many different people that I was able to pick something off of, and like the list goes on. But then find out how I can take whatever I use from a learning curve from their tree and make it my own and create a legacy of my own.
Okay.
And that's what we're trying to do, man. We ain't done yet. We just getting started. You know what I'm saying? You see what's happening now, and we just getting started. So I think we're doing something right. I think we're doing something right,
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. And you did say we just getting started, and so am I. So, Mac, I'm gonna have to tag you in, good sir. Give you that hot tag. Give you
Oh
that hot
man,
tag.
on some day 26, we just getting started.
That's right.
Started.
That's right.
Hey,
Hey,
Loosen this up a little bit. All right,
just a
I'm
yeah,
little
ready.
bit. There you
we
go.
in there.
There you go.
First of all, I got to get at you a little foul, just a little bit, just a little bit. Pittsburgh, right? Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh, man.
Pittsburgh, right? You know what I'm saying? Pittsburgh celebrity 79 South. You know what I'm saying? Hit that town, hit that city. What's up
Yeah,
with the Steelers, man? What's going on? What's going
man.
Oh,
on?
why
Listen,
you
we
gotta
got
bring
we
up the?
got we got we got to pick we got to pick them things back up, man.
We
I'm gonna
got we got
say
a we
this.
got a
That's
Raider
all.
fan over here.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I'm saying?
That silver and black.
We got a Rams fan right here. You
Respectfully.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What's
you
going on
got
with the
Raiders, so
Steelers?
they
Post
be
Ben.
liking to go stupid. Hey, I know how Raiders be doing.
We got issues.
You ain't the only one, man. The Steeler
Nah, man.
organization been on life support. In my personal opinion, I said this on record and off record. I feel like the
Mhm.
Steelers have been suffering on life support for a while. That ain't got nothing to do with the head coach, man. I like Mike Tomlin.
No, that got nothing. I agree.
It's just about you gotta understand when you got certain cards that you can't use, and some of those cards have been trying to play for a little bit too long. Cough, cough, Ben Roethlisberger. But
Yep.
I feel like
Facts.
we got to a point that right now I think a lot of great teams go to, that you got to go back in the wishing well
Yep.
and see what you need to fine tune and get the car back on the track. So I think this season is really going to be, a lot of people thought was the Steelers' proving ground. I think this season out of all seasons is really going to be the proving ground because there's going to be some things that we're going to have to start right from the root foundation. But your boy Rev is optimistic about it. We still
Mm,
gonna make it do what it do. We
Hey,
still gonna
mm.
man.
do some things.
I mean, you sound like you're gonna get out there and get on that field with them because you used to play a little
Oh
ball,
man,
you
he
know what
got it
I'm
up.
saying? Playing a little ball.
Okay.
Go ahead and talk about these college days. I know you see a whole lot right here that's going on, but I'm sure there's some pleasant memories inside of there. You know what I'm saying? See you inside that ring on the football field, you know what I'm saying? Dean's list, and everything. Just talk about the alma mater real quick. What's going on?
Man, listen, man, we was doing everything but sleeping, man. But I'm very fortunate. Went to Till College in Greenville, Pennsylvania, small liberal arts right there. And it was one of those things that when I was looking at colleges, I talked to a brother of mine at another university. And he was like, listen, whatever you do, just do the best that you can and try to leave a legacy of your own, and everything else will take care of itself. So I was very fortunate to be able to do that. Baseball, basketball, football, all throughout high school, carried football through college. But also within that, worked within TV, worked within media, doing different things within that. And then also, I think that the one picture that was there was me, my dude Brian Gamble, on the bottom right hand side there, man. He's actually at MCW right now. But you know, eventually taking a wrestling event back to my alma mater for a fundraiser. So my whole thing has been giving back, and I think, you know, the more blessed I am in this business, we just try to magnify that. So at that point, it's giving back to my college, you know, giving back to my alma mater. But now growing and maturing in this business, it's about giving back to the whole culture. And I think that's where STP has got a lot of the blessings that we've been able to do of being able to put our culture on our back. So great times at Till, man. You know, some learning lessons, some great lessons, some lessons you like, man, I ain't wish I had to go through, but everything you go through is what helps make you. So, you know, I don't regret nothing that's ever happened. Everything helped shape me into the man that I am today and the wrestler I am today. So
I mean, I heard you talk about that media background. You know what I'm saying? What was the major? What was the major? Let these folks know what you made.
media communications, man. So
Oh
you
man,
name
that's
it, I was
deadly right
doing it.
there. That's
You name it, I
deadly.
was doing it, man. TV, radio, this, that. Hey, look, you see a portion of it right there, man. So, you know, working with the news. I was fortunate. I actually started in radio. So a lot of people that's in that area that might know me from 88.1 FM. You know, I was that dude. Hey, you know what it is? It's the man with the face with the grace. The voice is always moist. The host with the most. Doing all that fun stuff. And had some fortunate moments, man. You know, DJing for a time when I think he was a little bit better. Machine Gun Kelly,
Mm-hmm.
the late great Mac Miller, a Pittsburgh icon, a local icon in the Pittsburgh community, and you know, just making memories, man, hosting concerts and tours and everything toward that extent. So I think, you know, when a lot of people hear me, rather it's, you know, the VP, chief of operations of Shane Taylor Promotions, rather you just hear me cutting a typical promo just as the normal wrestler myself. I think a lot of the ways that I was blessed with the gift of gab had came from my media background and working within radio and TV and just being comfortable with doing things on the fly and having self-confidence in yourself.
Yeah, man. And I mean, you hitting everything, you hitting every nail on the head. I mean, like everything you mentioned is like, I might have a picture for it.
Man,
Just
hey, listen,
maybe,
listen.
just maybe, just
Oh,
maybe. You know what I'm
snap.
saying? This
Oh, this
right
brother
here,
was looking.
when I came across all this, I went like this. I said, "Woo, woo, my guy, woo, the music,
This brother was cooking.
woo,
He found the studio set up. Your boy
woo."
be producing some tracks, man. Your boy be producing some
Man,
tracks.
talk about it, because on my end, like I said, we got a few things in common. I'm just not on the level where you at, you know what I'm saying, singer slash songwriter, rap when I need to. It all started as in church as it would for anybody else
Yep.
or whatever. But like talk about the music side of you, my brother. Like what's going on with that? What's up?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you was talking about starting in the church, man, to kind of do a full circle moment, man. One of my most inspiring producers to listen to and to watch and to pick the brain was Zaytoven. You know, Zaytoven started in the church. He's the one that you know, when people look at a lot of their favorites, you know, Gucci Man. You know, you look at some of the tracks with Waka Flock and different people. He helped put a lot of these people on the map. Or some of these people was going to his basement of his mom and dad's crib, and he's
Yeah.
cornered up in the basement. So I think, you know, there's a rich history with hip hop and the pro wrestling world. And if you don't know, look at everything that Wale is doing with Wale Mania. We was very fortunate to be a part of that, and the list goes on. I think there's a reason why you see, you know, WWE did their very first live event at Rolling Loud. Why? Because they
Mm-hmm.
understand that there's a deep richness and a connectivity between the hip hop community and the wrestling community when it's done right. So, you know, my whole thing is, you know, whether it's hip hop, you know, whatever type of genre, pop, rock, country, everybody all has something that somehow music itself connects to the soul in a particular way. You know, something happens between music and people's souls. So, you know, with me, you know, I've always been, you know, fortunate that I try to look at anything that I can see as a gift or that I can see as a strong point. How can I do that to grow people that's around me? You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to be a person that's like stingy about my blessing and everything, but how can I help what I'm good at to help make somebody else better and pick everybody up? And that's why, you know, a lot of times when people be seeing me tweet and everything like that, you see me using the hashtag everybody eats and for the culture, because, you know, it just ain't about me growing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you talk to STP collectively, it's just not about, you know, Shane Taylor, Khan, Moses, O'Shea Edwards growing. We're looking at a way on how we can unifiedly grow everybody at the same time collectively. So that goes hand in hand with the music game, man. But I feel like that was my outlet, and that's still my outlet. When sometimes you just got to dial back, and you know how it is, sir, Matt. You know, sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you get behind them keys, man. You get behind that beat pad. You know, you click open the audio system, and it's just your time to just you to
Just get
connect
lost.
and just go off and be in your
Mm-hmm.
zone. So whatever is that for you, whoever's listening, whoever's watching, whatever that is for you, don't let go of that. You know what I'm saying? Cling to that, because that's a part of you. That's what makes you you, man. Let that creation come through you, man. And that's what we're doing, man. We cooking up, man. We cooking
Yeah,
up. We got some stuff out
yeah.
there.
Yeah, because I mean, when I first got started, I mean, on the production side, I was in high school, probably like early 2000 or whatever. Not trying to get it lined up, figured out what I'm about in life and everything, and I started going to the studio class, playing with Reason. I don't know how to
Yep.
play no instrument, but it's always music here, so I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna put it together. I got band members coming in there asking me like, "How'd you put this together?" And I was like, "I don't know. You tell me. You the band geek." Like,
Yep.
what I'm saying? Help me figure this shit out just a
Yeah.
little bit.
It's
So,
like, listen, I'm just going with off the top of the brain.
yeah, it's like I'm just hearing masterpieces in my head, putting it together. So Reason is the only thing that I mess with as far as production comes, but writing and doing everything else, like, man, breeze, breeze, breeze,
Yep.
breeze, breeze. You know what I'm saying? Easy. So, like I said, once I saw that you was into that too deep, like, oh my God, like,
We
it
deep
was,
with it, man. We deep with
it
it. After
was,
this show, I'm gonna send y'all a link to something, man. I've been very
Yo,
fortunate. Actually, one of the last tracks they got me off the keys, man, and put me out there. Two of my shout out to my dudes from the Vibe House, by the way, by Vibe. Three of my guys live in a YouTube content house. They do some content for WWE. One of my guys, his name is Simply Better AM. You got another guy, Phoenix Nitro, and then you got another gentleman named Brandon Does Everything, BDE. They do a bunch of great content in regards of video games and music and everything. And I was fortunate to get with one of my boys, Simply Better AM, and his cousin Brenton Miles, and do a couple of tracks, man. And some of them tracks I actually got on the mic. And they was like, yo, I didn't know you could spit. I was like, y'all didn't ask. Like,
and that's how it always be. You know what I'm saying?
those
yeah.
mouths gonna get fed.
You usually try to get in those scenarios just so you can be a fly on the wall, see how people operate and everything. And they be like, well, shit, you here. You want to try to do something inside your head. It's like, I've been waiting for you to ask. I've been
Yeah,
waiting for that.
like, bro, I ain't gonna ask you. I'm not gonna take over. If you ask me, can I help you do something? Absolutely. But I'm not gonna be like, hey, bro, yo, I got this idea. No, like, you do you. I'm gonna do what you asked me to do. So then they get mad when they ask something later. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then they hear it, they're like, why didn't you tell us?
Like, it
Closed
wasn't my
mouths don't get
process.
fed, my guy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's so much that I got. It's so much that and you know I've been dug deep, so I got a lot. So I'm gonna go
Man,
ahead
hey,
and
I can already tell you was digging deep by that. I was like, yo, this brother pulling out
man.
some major treasures.
I was not playing when I hit you earlier. I was not playing. I was like, bro, I am enamored. I am enamored. So I'm gonna go
I
ahead and
appreciate
hot tag Professor back in real quick. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. And with that hot tag, I'm going to ask you some questions from my queen, Queen Rose, Queen of Thorns. So one of her questions she want to know is, what are the strategies you utilize to maintain your mental health and self-care?
Absolutely, and that's a great question. First of all, I feel like that's super important. I think especially in not only the pro wrestling world but the entertainment world, it's easy to get caught up in social media. It's easy to get caught up in the hoopla, and with the positive hoopla, it's even easier to get caught up in the negative because it's there, and not everybody wants to see you shine. So, like, a lot of things that I do is I really try to, just like just like you put it in your schedule to go to the gym or to pick up your kids or to go to the grocery store. Also put it in your schedule to just make some you time where you go off the grid, like completely off the grid. And I think that that's one thing that, like, a lot of people get intimidated about because rather you got a shoot job and listen, there's a reason why they give you PTO, so
Yeah.
use it. You know what I'm saying? And I think we're in a time where, like, people are ashamed to ask for PTO, or they want to just keep working until they're forced to use PTO. That's what it's there for. You know what I'm saying? Take some time away from everybody. Friends, families, coworkers, and deal with you. And so I think that's one thing that I do. But then also, just the simplicity of it. Be comfortable with dating you. And this isn't like a physical thing, like you got to be single or in a relationship. Like, yo, like treat yourself to the spa, Or fellas, hey, it might not be every 2 weeks. Bro, just go get your hair cut just because. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's okay.
And chill. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I mean by that. Like be comfortable with courting yourself. And I think what I come to realize, what I try to tell a lot of people is you will find a deeper love and self-appreciation for yourself when you take some time for yourself. And that'll start to build more of your self-confidence and everything like that. And then the rest takes care of itself. Because I feel like a lot of times people try to bridge that gap of self-confidence by surrounding themselves with people that they feel can fill that gap. But at the end of the day, you still got to go home and deal with yourself. There's going to be times you still got to drive your car by yourself. And it's at those times when you by yourself that your thoughts speak loud. So if you can start dealing with your own self and taking self-care to yourself, that's when you're going to really be touching on this self-care and this mental health that a lot of people are too timid to talk about sometimes.
Respect it. It's funny you mentioned relationship and single. So my wife over here, she asks every guest. I swear, every guest this next question. Mac already knows because he already shaking his head. But she basically she just wants to know, and I guess a lot of ladies do too. But what is your relationship status? And if you are single, how important is it that the person understands your career? But if you are married, how have you been able to? How's that positively impacting your career?
Yeah, not married, but I'm happily taken.
I respect that.
A lot of happy,
Yeah,
A lot of happiness. He said,
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
make sure.
With a capital H, man. With a capital
Okay.
H, man. I'm blessed. I got a good support system. But I want to tell y'all, man, it hasn't been easy. I've had some past relationships that didn't work. And that's okay. Like, you can't be scared to fail. You know what I'm saying? And I think like a part of failing is when you're able to, understand that and learn from that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it hasn't always been perfect in my past relationships and everything, but that always helps you to appreciate when things get better, man. So, I think one of the things, and I think this kind of coincide with the, I think this kind of coincides with when you're dealing with the, like the self-care and everything, it starts there. So if there is somebody that's listening to this and you're going through a bad relationship, or you went through a bad relationship or something toward that extent, don't rush into the next relationship. You know what I'm saying? Find a way for you to have to take that time to learn more about yourself and focus more on yourself. And when you find that to focus, you got to first learn how to depend on yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those old adages, and it doesn't always work this way, and it's okay that it doesn't always work this way for everybody. But like typically in the Black household, they will teach you when you're younger. You want to get a job, you want to buy a car, then you want to buy a house, and then you want to get into a relationship, then you want to get married. And it's not saying you don't have to come from a church background to be like, okay, this is it. But what they're really trying to teach you in that process is learn how to be self-sufficient and learn how to properly have self-care for yourself, so that when you do get into that relationship, then everything else is working itself out. You're less, batting hands and everything toward that extent. So that's what I try to tell people. Even if you don't follow that, the main thing is have self-care for yourself. Focus on yourself. If you're single, stay single, like for as long as you can, and learn more about yourself. Don't take that time to be miserable. Learn about yourself. Fall in love with yourself. Then worry about falling in love with other people. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well said. I couldn't have said that better than myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happily married, but I respect it.
Okay. All right, big fella.
Big fella.
All right, big fella.
About to be 9 years in a couple weeks, man.
Congrats
I'm ecstatic. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. I'm gonna transition from relationships to I'm gonna go back into wrestling. Now, for me, I'm like you. I'm real big on mental health. I'm real big on our culture. Now, personally, it's something I do ask a lot, but if there's one thing you can change in the industry as a whole, what would you change and why?
If there's one thing that I can change in the industry as a whole, I would say less fake people, more realness. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The way that I could say this is the fakest thing in the pro wrestling world is not the actions that take place within the ring. It's the people that you deal with outside of the ring. And I think that that's what we deal with, and especially when you look at, if we want to look in particular about the culture, you know, once again, going back to how I was raised, you know, my father told me that the very first time I signed up for a sport, Little League, like as soon as he's putting his name online, we had that talk, and it's not the police talk. There's a lot of talks that the black household has, but it was that talk that you gotta work 2 times, 3 times, 4 times
4 times
harder
harder.
than the
That's
average
that's
person,
the thing. Yep.
just to stay on the equal level. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of people have their pros and the cons. Some people say don't think like that because you naturally put yourself, you know, inferior. And like, no, with me, I was gracious. I received that because I realized I had to start at 1,000%. And once I grew up like that, all I know is 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? All my team knows 1,000% because that's how we were brought up. So when you take that from the real world, and now you also put it into a business that is a little bit more in the control of people in the office, you know, now you got to maximize that now, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that that's one thing that does not change in our world, and you deal with fake people and stuff like this all the time, but actions always speak louder than words. Your gift will always make room for you. So that would be one thing that I would change, is fake people and be more real. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't like somebody, say it to their face. You know, don't be having to go through third, fourth, fifth party. Say it to their face, and then get dealt with to your face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
However
You
that
know,
may
I
be.
mean, if you're gonna say it, you gotta take it. I mean, that's
if
the
you if
age
you
old
if you
saying.
if you're gonna say it, you got to take it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So I think that that's one thing that, you know, we see. And I mean, the business is a business, so you know, you just got to learn how to handle yourself accordingly. But at the end of the day, you know, that's what I wish would change. I feel like we're slowly getting a little bit better, but as you've been seeing, even in the current times, you know, you'll realize racism is still alive, and it's still
Yep.
very much alive in the pro wrestling world. It's still very much alive in the real world. Unfortunately, dealing with, you know, some of the nationwide news that we just heard, you know, within like the Buffalo, New York area and different stuff like that. Certain things that you're seeing online is trending within the pro wrestling world, no matter what the company is. These
Right.
things are real situations. So I think the only way that we're going to get through this type of stuff is if we have these complex conversations and these difficult conversations. But yet our brothers and our sisters, they feel comfortable to be able to stand up for themselves. The only way that they'll be able to feel comfortable standing up for themselves is if they know they got people like them supporting them. So we got to support each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, before I do tag Mac back in, but I definitely want to commend you for that answer because that's well said. I mean, literally, that's it. You know, we can mention names forever because for us, we've been talking about it forever. There's the treatment of us, like whether it's
Yeah.
Keith Lee, Sasha, Naomi,
Yep.
like Bianca, Montez,
Yep.
Dawkins, Cedric, Shelton. It goes on and on.
Long
We can
list.
go back to the
On
80s,
and
man.
on and on.
Junkyard Dog, you know what I mean? Coco Beware. Like something's got to give, man. I mean, I don't know. I think we asked Shane this a while back, but we were saying like, what if we just came together and just made an all black promotion, like legitimate?
Yeah.
Like,
I,
what
I
would they
think
do
I
then?
think that there could be room for that, and we just have to have the longevity to be able to withstand the fire. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you hear from people now. Why is there got to be a Black History Month? Well,
Yeah.
man,
Yep.
because y'all got the other 11 months, and it just so happened y'all threw
Yeah.
us a bone and said if y'all gonna give us a month, y'all gonna give us the shortest
The
month
shortest month
out
of
of
the
all
year.
12.
Man,
Yep.
Like,
and don't let it be a leap year. Don't let it be a leap year.
Man,
You
that
know what
one
they
extra
say.
day. That one extra day. I'm like, for real?
y'all give us the one extra day. Like people be trying to pray for like leap years and stuff like this. Like so you know, like I said, I mean, I think that's always a possibility. You know, we just gotta have duration and withstand the different things, because you know, I really do feel like, you know, haters will always come out. You know, no matter what the time. You know, my father once said something one time. He said at every level there's a new devil. And so the higher you climb, the stronger the devil get. The higher you climb, the stronger the devil get. So we can do it. You know, persevere, support each other. You know, it's just like our small businesses, our black businesses. We got to
Yeah.
support them,
We got support.
because
Yep.
it's not going to be the majorities that's going to support, because they jealous that we got something of our own to begin with. So we got to support our own people. You know what I'm saying? And I think I think we are definitely doing better than we have been doing the last couple of years. And
Yeah.
that's why I feel like we're seeing more black excellence and exploitation on the national level than what we have seen in other years. but we can't be satisfied. We can't be like, oh, Master, thank you for the crumbs. Like, nah, give me the whole plate and give me more.
Yeah.
You know,
feed me more.
Yo, unfortunately, that's the only time that I agree with it based on who that came from.
Unfortunately, on some Ryback shit.
Right. Unfortunately. I mean, I wasn't trying to take it that way. That's not where I was going with that. But you know.
we ain't gonna get you canceled, Miss Legs. We ain't gonna get you canceled, dog.
Say, man, you look familiar to me, man. You sure we ain't met before, man?
I think we might have.
You sure?
We might.
Cooking and cooking. GM.
Hey, GM.
In the building. He trying to figure it out.
Yeah, he trying to get the audio going.
He in his limo right now.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah.
What up, man?
What's good? What's good?
Hey, it's the hallelujah. I heard the intro. I had to get a shout in. Hey, God.
All right, real quick, man.
All right, I'm all good now. What's up, Real? How you doing, man?
Not bad. How about yourself, G? What's good with you?
Doing good. You know, I couldn't miss this, man. Just got off of work, so I'm like, hey, you know, let me hop in with
you. You ain't got the vest on, do you? You took the vest off?
Yeah, do you got the vest on?
The vest is off. The vest is off, bro.
Okay. I just had to check. I wanted to make sure you were straight. I didn't want them coming for you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, boy.
It ain't my fault.
It ain't my fault. Did I do that? It ain't my fault. Did I do that?
Hey.
But yeah, Rev, you look familiar to me, man. I could have sworn we met before and took a picture, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't you. that ain't you. That ain't you.
Oh shit.
That ain't you. For real? You gonna play me like that and act like we ain't never met before? Huh?
Hey, that was my twin brother, man. That was my twin brother, man.
You really don't see it though?
Listen, let me tell you this. And all the bright people gonna laugh at this. I feel like I'm the only brother that people can say look like 5 different brothers and then not be racist, because depending on how short my hair is, if I got a mustache and no beard, or if I got it, I look like all 5 of them. And I ain't gonna show you the pictures. And knowing your research, you probably got a couple.
OJ one? Is OJ one?
No. We're gonna mention one. Because dude, when you put up OJ, I was like, no, we're not gonna do this one. We're not.
I left that one. I left that one. I was like, I ain't gonna do it.
Do not drive a Bronco.
Sadly, that's been one of them.
Okay.
I when I was younger, I would get Will Smith, and it slowly started to get up there again. And now we become over here. I got that one. I got Jamie Foxx. That's 3.
That's 3.
Cam. I got Cam Newton. Clearly, that's where that one.
Yeah, clearly.
That was 4. And I feel like there's another one, but I know I'm at least up to 4 right now. I know there's another one somewhere. I can't remember it right now. But I got all those. I'm like, I'll be doggone. And I will not lie, man. I got a side by side of all 4 of them people eventually. And I'm like,
little suspect, little sus, right?
As long as they don't call me OJ, I ain't trying to get arrested in these
streets. Facts.
Yeah, nah, man. But for real, you know, I told you I got the jokes ready, man. I got them ready just for entertainment purposes. But as a man of God, how great is it to transition His word into the art of professional wrestling, and how does that process of doing that take place?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, I feel like it's one of those things to where, you know, and I think I go about it a little bit differently. You know, I'm not one that like forces it down people's throat, but people know what it is when they meet me. So I always try to tell people, you know, I'm an open door. You know, I ain't gonna come to you in the road and be like, how does thou beeth today before we tangled in the ring, as Daniel did in the lion's den. But no, like I'm like I talk right now is how I talk, you know, and I always try to tell people, you know, I'll keep it real with you if you keep it real with me. And so I think that's one of the first things right there, you know, just having like a spirit of openness and transparency and just allow people to come to you and just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? One of my biggest things that I say is, man, you know, every sinner has a future, but at the same time, you got to understand every saint has a past, and none of us are perfect. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell people, you know, like the church is like a hospital. You don't come there if you got everything figured out. You come there because you broken and you don't got everything figured out. You know what I'm saying? And we trying to figure this stuff. We trying to get healthy together. You know what I'm saying? It's a growing process together. So, you know, I think that that's one of the main things that, you know, I feel like I was fortunate enough to get placed in a pro wrestling environment, you know, in the business that many people, you know, they might be your first, you know, impression of what they see of church, or maybe they heard someone else had a bad vibe and they never tested it out. You might be the first person that they can even correlate like that. So to be able to kind of break the barrier of something that might be holding them back, that's humbling as a self, you know what I'm saying? But the way that it kind of, you know, collides is I try to tell people, you know, just like you see me battling in the ring and you see us wrestling in the ring and we're struggling to win and we're struggling with this and we're struggling with that. That's life. That's the embodiment of life. We always struggle with something, right? We feel like we about to win. We get knocked back down. Now we got to fight from the bottom again. You know what I'm saying? We might think we might get through this quicker. We got to go through it even longer than what we expected, and we got to adjust to it. That's life as a whole. You know, I try to tell people, you know, wrestling in itself is a sermon of its own. You know what I'm saying? So if you can take away that spirit of never giving up, that spirit of persevering, that spirit of sticking it out, you know, that's that spirit of faith in it until you making it, then you doing something. You know what I'm saying? So I you know, I can't do it by myself. You know, my big brother Caprice Coleman, he's one that, you know, I talk to him almost on a daily basis. The Pope, that's my boy. I talk to him on a continual basis, and even guys like Michael Tarver formerly from Nexus, Monster Tarver, Pop Quiz.
I'm a lion in the jungle.
Hey, you already nailed it. Not many people still get shocked, surprisingly. Michael Tarver is the one that did the Shane Taylor Promotions theme song. You know what I'm saying? So being able to just surround yourself by people that's like, we kind of hold each other accountable and pick each other up, man. It's really a brotherhood within a brotherhood, and we try to spread that to other people as well. And that's how we get the job done, man. That's how we get the job done.
Basically, you saying it's just with the brotherhood you got. It's like what we always say. I am my brother's keeper. That's
you gotta be, because if it's not us, who, man? And you know, and I ain't trying to preach on this, but just to, like, encourage people, like, you know, us as a Black culture, we go through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Then you wanna break it down a little bit further. You know, our Black females, they definitely go through a lot. You know, they need our support. Our Black kings, they definitely go through a lot. And it's not saying that the kings go through things stronger than the queens, but with us, everyone expects a Black man to be the backbone. You know what I'm saying? We're brought up in a you know, hey, you know, don't show your emotions, man. If you got to show your emotions, you go somewhere. But what if I don't have no time for myself? You know what I'm saying? So as us, we get caught up of having to suck up our emotions and suck up our pride and everything, and that takes a mental toll on us as well, because how are we going to be the backbone and keep pouring out to other people, but we don't get poured back into to refill ourselves? So, you know, like I said, like that, just like you said, man, we got to be our brother's keeper. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't look out for our own, then who's going to do it? You know what I'm saying? We already dying at a quick pace. So who's going to do it? You know what I'm saying?
You saying a whole lot of what I be saying lately, man. And I'm gonna just show this real quick and just say from one minister to another minister who's right next to you, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on over to my brother GM Classic. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, man. I'm actually glad you asked that question, Mac. And man, let me tell you, Rev, when I say that was one of the first things that really hit me about you, because like I think when it first hit me when I first saw your TikTok, and I'm like, wait, he's a minister too? Oh hell yeah, man! I got a bunch of questions, bro. Man, but I'm glad you mentioned the expectation, because me again, like I said, me knowing what it's like to be a minister, a lot of times there's a big expectation of, like you said, like, to be overly, you know, I don't want to say overly spiritual, but like, you know, just overly over the top. And even sometimes, especially when it comes in the wrestling realm, you know, I even had somebody, you know, we throw up the mayhem. I had somebody in my church like, oh, you're in a gang now? No. So I want to know, have you ever gotten that to where, you know, maybe a congregation member or somebody that knows that you're a minister have came up to you and say, you know, oh, like, why are you doing this on social media, but you're a minister? Or have you ever had that expectation come your way, you know?
Yeah, you know, and you know, you hit it spot on. You know, I think that, you know, a lot of times that, you know, we naturally get put into a fishbowl. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I kind of got you know, more heavily involved in accepting my calling at the age of 18, you know, so like freshly going into college. And I try to tell people, you know, a lot of people think that I was like following my dad's footsteps. I'm like, nah, man, like, no, like trust me, like I'm a PK. If y'all don't know PK as a preacher's
Yep.
kid, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's
That's
like, you know, I know all the grimy stuff that
Yeah.
happens. You know, the people that be calling angry, or somebody that be calling about this, and so it's not all roses. So I'm like, y'all
man.
think I want to put myself in some type of fishbowl? Knowing some of these things, like, nah, this ain't nothing but the grace of God. But I understand that my life, there's a testimony through that somebody needs to hear, that God is using through that ministry. So, you know, I think what happens more with the older, with some of the older congregation members, and you know, rightfully so, you know, they're the type that they used to get smacked by their mama for chewing gum in the sanctuary and stuff like that.
That
Like,
look at the fire fan.
yeah, like,
That
yo,
look.
like no
All
hard
Texas
candy,
that
like,
look. All Texas that
Man.
look. That's
And
it.
you could get it from everybody too.
Yup.
bro,
Everybody.
listen, like and you would think, like, if you told on them, then you know, they're like, all right, cool. But then, like, your parents be like, well, what'd you do? All right, well, good for you. That's what you get. Like, oh, you're supposed to be on my side, homie. Come on,
Man.
dog.
Oh God, man. And you know what? It's funny because you mentioned being a PK, which I am too. But also, we both have something else in common because other than being a PK, we like I'm trying to start this little acronym too. We're PTs. We're preacher parents too. I know
Hey,
you
listen,
little one, man.
yeah.
I saw a shadow on TikTok. I was like, that's the way my little man is too. So like, how did that
Hey,
make you feel, man? Seeing your little man just like just going in the ministry, and then, like, does he have the same vigor for wrestling also?
bro,
Does
listen.
have both?
Listen, man. I would like lay on the ground and watch TV, and this dude is hitting me with like a Finn Balor coup de grace. And he's 2.5 years old.
Oh.
He's 2.5 years old, and this dude is hitting me with like double knees and double foot stomps. And I'm
Dang.
like, hey, the kid is learning how to sell. Now we got to work on the timing, but he getting there. You know what I'm saying? So, honestly, I think it's in his DNA. Anytime that I go to coach and I let him run around in the ring, he get in and out of the ring by himself. And he 2.5 and stuff like that. Like, you can tell that there's something there, but you know, at the same time too, you know, you see something a little bit deeper that he don't even understand yet, you know, and that's just regarding life or ministry as a whole. Like, I know when the kid's crying, I can go to Apple or Apple Music and turn on Tide Tribbett, work it out, and this kid just be bobbing
Hey.
with it, like
Right.
like he don't even know what it is. So
Damn.
I think that's the cool thing, at least for me, especially because, you know, all of us know what it's like as you get older and dealing with things as a black man. If I can just instill in him some of that, or to just him just to feel that spirit, and that spirit kind of grow and mature as he grows and mature, that's my main thing. You know, leave him with a legacy, but leave him protected and covered to the best of my ability as he's growing up. You know.
That's perfect, man. That's
Okay.
perfect. God, man, I feel good about this, man. Man, I remember hearing my son dance the stomp. I'm like, boy, stomp.
Hey, he did it on his good foot.
Let's take that. That's it. You know,
Oh
I'm
man.
gonna lob this up to Professor. Professor, I'm lobbing this up to you.
Oh man, talking about good foot, you might as well hit him with it. Might as well hit him with it. Hit him with it.
Hey,
Ooh,
bruh.
Hit him with
there
it.
you go.
Okay.
New game.
Yeah.
There it go. And
Yeah.
that hey, that's just the spring collection.
Yeah.
That ain't even
Hey,
all of it.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
pair you
All
think
right.
I had in different colors? I want to see if you think we on the same wavelength. Which pair out of them three did you think I have in the same color and different colors?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with the orange pair.
You know it. You
Dang.
know it.
Dang.
You
I was
know
gonna
it.
say the same
Here,
thing. I was gonna say the orange pair
here,
too.
here, take it. You
Hey,
know it all.
hey.
You know it all.
I was gonna say the orange too, man.
Man, I had them in burgundy. I had them in silver with the silver tips. I had them in black with the black tips. Joe will tell you.
I had the black with the silver. I had a baby blue, man. I never forget.
Woo.
I made the front paper back in like prom days. I forgot what dance they was doing. I parted that floor, and they put in the description, you know, Ron Hunt parts the dance floor with his blue suede shoes. Like,
Mhm.
It was wild, man.
That's love.
The dress shoes, man. The dress shoes. And I mean,
That's where it's
it's
at. That's a statement.
it's coming up a little bit later because it's gonna be dress shoes versus Crocs, and everything. I know
Yeah.
he's probably paying attention somewhere. I'm surprised he ain't popped in here real quick. But you got him on.
Oh, hey, I got me a pair of those. I got me
You
a
like
pair of those.
it?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Hard bottoms
Yes,
for life.
sir. Hey.
Hard bottoms for life. But I
Yes.
mean, to get a quick laugh in real quick, talking about style, this is a portion of the show that I just like to introduce. Is brand new to everybody, including me. Who wore it better? Who wore it better?
Let's
Who
go.
wore it better? You know what I'm
I'm ready
saying?
for it.
You got Russell Wilson, you got your toy, you got The Rock, and you got Rev Run. I mean, who wore it better, man? Who wore it better? Talk to the people. Who wore it better?
It's between The Rock and Rev.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's between them. I agree.
The toy don't get
I
no
agree.
slack.
Nah,
Mini
man,
Rev
Detroit.
don't
But he ain't even got the shirt all the way open. What the
I
fuck,
know.
no? We got
That's default.
that default.
By default, it's Rock and Ron, man. Rock and Ron.
Hey man, you can only go one way a minute, man. You gotta have the shirt all the way open, dog. Come on, man.
We got a rest pick.
all the way. Just show everything.
You gotta show the chest here. You got a little bit of chest here, there, man. My boy Russ, he ain't do the whole thing, man. Like,
No, he don't.
Nah.
He wholesome, man. He wholesome.
He went Sierra and was all wholesome.
Yup, that's what I'm saying. He went wholesome.
And I mean, speaking of The Rock, you know what I'm saying? You got a tweet from him not too long ago, you know what I'm saying? A little while back, How was the moment, man? Like, I know it's something you probably wasn't expecting, nothing like that, but like just to get a tweet from Dwayne The Rock Johnson, little dude, man, like talk about it, man.
Yeah, man. I think that was very humbling. I don't know if we talked about it here, but when I started in 2011, I was actually trained by his uncle, Off of the Wild Samoan. So, kind of being a little, having some leeway in that Samoan dynasty, man. I was just talking to his son, Alpha Jr., who was one of the guys, if anybody remembers, man, knew when they had the group Legacy. There was Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr., Randy Orton on them. I think to be able to see that, I think spoke even further to the character. And it's by no shape of imagination. Dwayne The Rock Johnson has been a man of character, been a man of class. And I always say this. I say this till to this day. His PR people are making some of the easiest money they have ever made. They ain't got to worry about a single thing from this brother.
That's true. That's very true.
That man got a handle.
Yeah,
he do. Easy money. So I think with that, first of all, it was a workout video that I did like the latter part of college, and so we did it. We shot a commercial for it and everything toward that extent, and kind of put it out there. And I don't know if I tagged him or someone else tagged him and said, "Hey, you just take time to watch this video." And he did, and he gave some feedback about it and retweeted it, and I mean, put a lot of work that he didn't have to do. And the reason why I knew, because if you look at the parentheses, it said that Duro track is solid. The commercial had Duro "Get Big" in it. I think that was the title of the song, like "Get Big, Get Big." You ain't got enough money. Yeah, it was crazy. But
that hits.
And it was funny because like Duro tweeted too, was like, "My God." Like I was like, it was like notification. I was like, what the? Oh, well, The Rock tweeted it, and then he quoted it too. So I think that was one thing that kind of woke up the hunger in me more, and he is actually one of the biggest inspirations for me, just in general, and it has really barely anything to do with what he has to do in the ring, but how he carries himself based off of the name that he knows that he already has. And what I try to tell people is, no matter what, and this is how I am, just like him, I try to make time for any fans. That it is a running joke. Like, I'm one of the first ones in an arena, and I'm definitely one of the last ones to leave, because I try to make time for everybody. Because my whole mindset is, everything could be gone just like that. And nothing makes me more different than anybody else, except what I do is televised on a weekly basis. That's it. I pay bills. I put clothes on like everybody else. I gotta go to the grocery store and shop like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I got card notes and stuff to pay like everybody else. Nothing makes me different besides my job being a little televised. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to tell people, just remember that we all meet at the level, man. We all meet at the level and part of the square, man. What we say in my fresh. So, it's one of those things that I'm like, just stay humble, and I think that was the biggest thing that I took away from that. Like, homeboy ain't have to do that, but he did, and I was fortunate for that.
Speaking of staying humble, man, like when I say you do a lot, bro, you do a lot. You do a lot, and it means so much as for somebody in your profile to be doing all of these things. But the fingers is itching, they tingling. You know what I'm saying? We about to go for another one, but talk about this right here, man. I mean, there's a lot of different things going on. A lot of different things going on. You know what I'm saying? Community Service Award.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shaking hands with the Reverend Jesse Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Marathons in Pittsburgh. Like, you in the city, man. You in these streets.
Hey, G, what you laughing at, dog?
Are you laughing at that pic?
I gotta ask a question on that. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie on this pod. I can't do it. As you said, you shook hands with Jesse Jackson. I had a cousin that shook hands with Jesse Jackson himself, and it was supposed to be for like a job thing, right? So like he was like, "All right, cool. I'm about to get some motivating, words." I kid you not, for 5 minutes, that whole handshake, he said, "Keep hope alive," 10 times, and then left. And like every time I see a handshake picture, I'm like, he just said, "Keep hope alive." That's all he said.
Did he tell you to keep hope alive for 5 minutes?
Is that all he said? I must know. Did he say more to keep hope alive?
So let me tell you this. He said some more. He said some more. However,
he did say keep hope alive.
However, he did say keep hope alive. I don't know if I called him on a good day when he had some more coffee, but we did have more conversation. That was more of his parting of it. It was like that extra strong grip at the end. He's like, "Hey, a lot of weight. Make sure you keep hope alive." And I was like, all right, man.
All right, you had a better conversation. My cousin was like, "Nick, what happened?"
He's like, man.
Okay.
Hey, can you imagine if he was like a wrestler and he charged like $25 for that, 25, 50, 75 bucks for a meet and greet, and that's all he said?
For straight 30 minutes to everybody, keep hope alive, keep hope alive. All right, photo op.
Now on 3, say keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive.
I said, man, but yeah, man, all that stuff, man. That marathon picture. I mean, it seems like something minute kind of compared on what I did, but that was actually my very first marathon. So we did a relay. I ran 4.3 or 4.6 miles that day. So that was like my first marathon. And I think with me, number one, it felt good because I did it on behalf of our food bank down here in Pittsburgh. We were able to raise money and raise meals and grow meals for our community. So that was a big thing as it is. That was completely for fundraising. But then at the same time, from a physical standpoint, I think for me, that was like that last bit of gratitude. I think all of us have been dealing with a lot when it comes to this whole pandemic thing, and kind of hopefully being on the latter part of this. I think that was my last thing of me kind of shedding off the old me and realizing, all right, we back in the game. We back on track in regards to where we got to be health wise. So that was a big thing for me. And then the top picture, I think that was for our inaugural MLK event. So they actually brought me back to my alum, Till College, and said, "Hey, we're having this inaugural Martin Luther King Jr. Award ceremony. We want to give you the inaugural award for community service." And I was floored. I was like, "Yo, that's an honor." You know what I'm saying? And once again, like I just do what I do because I love people and I just want to give back. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to have someone out of nowhere be like, "Yo, we want to acknowledge that." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" "Oh, that I was just doing it because that's what I do." So that was humbling, man. That was humbling, truly.
Man, a lot of humbling experiences, man. A lot of humbling experiences. I'm gonna pass it to GM, but before I do, I mean, I know there's a whole lot that's in here. That was a whole lot of humbling going on. You know what I'm saying? From the quiche, you know what I'm saying? Kicking it with Rich Swan at the Tizop MVP, kicking it with STP. got D-Lo and Teddy. You know what I'm saying? Teddy. I mean, like
play along.
That's just history right there.
I'm surprised he didn't put you in a tag team match.
I mean, he didn't put him in a tag team match, but you know what I'm saying? Since I got the pictures, you know, he did make him and possibly was this really your mama? This really your mama?
I knew that was coming up. No, that was my mom.
I was in there getting it with Teddy Long, getting the jig on and everything. I was like,
let me tell that story real quick, man. So,
right, just
I gotta give my dad. I gotta give my Teddy on now.
I'm killing him.
So G's gonna laugh at this. So like, you know, I told you I'm a PK. So my mom's the first lady at the church. Right. So I'm about to go up for this match. And you know, and Teddy got this segment after my match. He's gonna come out, they're gonna hit his music, he gonna cut a promo, and he gonna do his thing to the music, right? So they about to hit my music. I'm in Gorilla. And Teddy like, hey, player. And I was like, what up, Teddy? He's like, hey, let me ask you a quick question, player. I was like, yeah. He's like, that's really your mama, right? I said, yeah. He's like, can your mama twerk? I said, you know what, Teddy? Fortunately, I have never seen her do it. But if you're gonna ask her to do it, you do it, and I'm not going to tell her about it. He's like, all right, so be comfortable. I'm gonna have him hit my music, and I'm gonna be like, hey, how about, hey, Mom, they call Mama Red, like, hey, Mama Red, how you gonna come twerk with us? And that's what he did, and she didn't know it. She didn't know it till the last second. And man, people still talk about that, man. It was I don't know what my pops felt about that, but
Mom's was boogieing, and so was you. You know what I'm saying? You busted out the worm and everything. I was like, they is in here cutting up.
Man, like, listen, we was cutting up, man. I'm all about, man. I'm one of those fun people. I want people to go home with memories, man. And that was not planned. It just like, you know, he hit that. You know, it's the Mac Militant ready, and I just felt it. You know, something happened when that music hit, like and Teddy doing this,
right? Just to...
yo, like, and D-Lo is backstage, and they were just saying D-Lo's like, yo.
Never seen that coming. Can't trade it for the world. Like,
man,
wow.
that's the stuff with pro wrestling, man. But you know, all those moments is something. Rikishi, MVP, we ran into both of them during Mania week. MVP, we ran in right after the GCW for the Culture Show. He actually came up to our table and gave us a lot of wisdom that. You know, a lot of us, you know, we just said, you know, we're not going to forget that. And Rikishi, the same thing, you know, just being able to impart that. And I think that's the whole beauty of the sport of pro wrestling. You know, whatever knowledge is given to you, give it back to the next generation. And they definitely gave us that and some in regards to gyms. So just to be able to hear, and this is why we are the way that we are, to be able to hear from guys like that, you ain't doing nothing wrong. Keep your foot on the gas pedal and just keep doing it. Consistency is key. Is something, you know, that from us in certain positions that we look at, where sometimes we wonder, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we doing what we need to be doing? But then when you hear it from OGs like Rikishi, and you hear it from people like MVP, and the list goes on of all of our co-workers that we met during Wale Mania, they're like, no, like, nah, people talking about y'all. Keep up the work. Like, just keep doing what y'all doing. And so we're like, all right, we're gonna keep doing what we doing, you know what I'm saying? So that was cool, man. That was cool.
We ready for Wale Mania when y'all come to LA next year, man.
Wale Mania about to go ham out here in LA.
We waiting. It's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm
saying? We trying to make it do what it do, man. We trying to make it do what it do.
Make it do what it do, baby.
We gonna make it do what it do, baby.
Yeah.
That is.
GM, you got the hot tag, man.
When he have to stutter, I'll make it do what it do.
I'll make it do what it do, baby.
Speaking of music, man, I'll let you know, because you know everybody got their rev up song. Yeah, no pun intended, rev. But everybody got their rev up song. I know I asked O'Shea this question, but for you, like, so what type of music gets you going before a match or gets you going before an event? Like let's get in the mindset. You about to get ready to beat Jay Bougie's ass right now. for the Bodega Street fight, what song you listening to? What's getting you in the fighting mood? What's going on?
Okay, I'm not gonna give you my I'm gonna give you my songs that's gonna be on my playlist because I already got my playlist together. Trust me.
Oh.
I know what it is, but
that's how you know it's dangerous. When someone already got already got that playlist.
You plan it out.
It's a done deal. It's a wrap.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm gonna say this. Everything that I mentioned in this playlist tentatively is gonna be. I'll give you about three to four certified bangers. Everything that's in this playlist tentatively. Not a single one of these songs is gonna be my entrance song, and my entrance song is gonna be my traditional entrance song. It's gonna be real. We gonna make an impact with this one. But what's in that playlist, and it's no order. I got Day Day. For some reason that song always get me. What's that song? Got a family to feed. Got a family to feed.
Day Day. I need to do research myself then.
I can't remember it. I joked about this because I said Jay Boozy actually looks like Day Day. If you Google Day Day, no, the song is What You Mean. Day Day, What You Mean. If you Google Day Day, you can't tell me it don't look like Jay Boozy with a little bit of color in his locks. I'm just saying that's your homework. So Day Day, What You Mean? Just because it just gets you in that hustler mentality of you got a family to feed and you got to put your work in. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying?
He do.
I love he just stopped. It was amazing.
That shit was too quick. He knew.
He's like, I'm on it.
Hey, he said, I'm listening. Yeah, Oh,
I'm listening. I was like, I had to check.
Oh,
I can't wait. His whole face. He's gonna be like,
So, hey, Sir Mac, this is your homework. It's somewhere in my Twitter. I did do a side by side of them. I just can't find it right now, but I did do a side by side of them, and I put it on Twitter. But
let me find it.
So that's one of them. He also looks like Ace Hood sometimes. But so that's one of them. But you already know this is gonna be the ultimate one right here. Crime Mob, Knuck If You Buck is on that playlist.
What?
It's on that playlist.
Yeah,
that's right. The car already.
What?
Like so that just gives you a little bit. We're gonna have some Lil Scrappy on the playlist. There's a couple of OG slaps from Lil Jon Crunk Juice CD. You know,
that whole CD, man.
That whole CD will get somebody jacked up.
Yeah,
like it's just
go to church. What? Just
like it's just.
For me, it was Bone Crusher.
I almost thought about that as an entrance song for this show, but it's not gonna happen. However, that is on the pre-playlist. So
I know.
Are you gonna add Bone Crusher on there? Because I mean, you know that hit. You know,
there's a saying that said, "What's understood doesn't have to be explained."
I know what else is on that playlist, and I ain't never heard this song, but it gotta be Young Jock featuring Fantasia. Yeah. You posted it. You know what I'm saying? Got the dude who wore it better. But I got a question for you because they probably didn't answer that. We're gonna stay with Young Jock, and I'm gonna hit you with one of mine. You feel me?
Okay.
Who wore it better? Who wore it better?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You posted this one?
Yeah, that was a Halloween costume. I don't play.
Halloween, bro. Yeah.
I don't play. Look at it.
Wait. Funny story. That nigga did this shit right before work. Like, nigga put that shit on.
I didn't go to no parties or nothing. I just took the picture and then took it off and put my uniform back on and went to work.
Hey, listen. You wanted to turn some heads. I would have showed up to work like that.
I was the only one there. It was after hours. You know what I'm saying? It was after hours. You know, wasn't nobody going to see me.
He said, "Who wore it better?" Man, that's a tough one. You can't throw up the cam one after that one.
Yeah, man, you can't.
I mean, since I'm still on my own head or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I seen that somebody else liked a tweet of yours. You know what I'm saying? A while back, you got somebody's attention. You know what I'm saying? I probably forgot what I favored and everything. You know what I'm saying? I was out in the galaxy and all that, but you know what I'm saying? talking about that and then taking it into BTE, you know what I'm saying? Being the elite. Episode,
Yeah.
what was that, 77? You taking that DDT from the Bucks
Episode
and everything? Like,
77, man.
what was that about, man? Because I seen you done been around, you know what I'm saying? Tough
Yeah.
Enough, Performance Center, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like you done been around, you know what I'm saying? Like what is all that? How do you, what do you do with all of that? Like, why are you not where you should be, or should I say where you're supposed to be? Because man, you up here, you up
Top
here.
tier.
That's
You know
an
what I'm saying?
honor.
You top tier, bro. You top tier.
That's
Like I told you everything earlier. I'm floored after everything that I've seen and I processed and I found, and I know it's so much more out there that I have not even seen yet and come across. I'm just like, dude, like what can you not do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you not?
I
Bougie is in
joke with
trouble,
people and
man.
say I do everything but sleep, man. I joke with people say I do everything but sleep, man. But I'm fortunate, man. You know, I think it's just one of those things to where, you know, I always look at things optimistically, and I say, you know, right place, right time, man. Well, I try to tell people is a no doesn't mean a no. A no just means a not right now. And you know, when you look at that, I think that's what, you know, kind of started my career with Ring of Honor. There was a few no's, but you know, I always stuck to the guns. I redefined some things. I reanalyzed some things. I went back to the drawing board and I presented something, and I presented something, and I presented something. And it just so happened it took a little bit longer, but the right things happened at the right time. And right now, where you see us at, I wouldn't change anything within that. But you know, rather that's in regards of WWE, Ring of Honor, AEW, Impact, wherever, you know, whatever the sources might be. You know, I often say, you know, everything will happen in the right time and the right purpose for us to fully get an impact, whether that's individually or rather that's collectively, for us to fully make a name, an impact, some type of power within the sport of professional wrestling. So I've been very fortunate. You know, I literally friends in every single major company that you can think of, that we're all on good talking basis, and everyone wishes everybody the best. And it's one of those things where, you know, just like you pulled up there, whenever those times are right, history will always bring itself forward. So very fortunate. Actually, a fun fact. The final stage on Tough Enough, I actually missed that callback by 2 days because it was older.
What was you
And
doing, man?
yeah, and the producer actually hit me up and was like, "Hey," they're like, "Yeah, it was like 2 days too late, pretty much." But they stayed in contact with me. They actually had something else with a reality show. They got back in contact with me, had a couple things they was pitching that way. That kind of went to the final stage, and another reality show came, and then so on. So I often say, you know, you ain't gonna keep getting the bait in front of you if they don't think that you're a good catch for something. So right place, right time. We keep it moving though.
I know why you missed it, man. I know why you missed that phone call, man. You was out doing magic, man. You was out doing magic, man. And since you was out doing magic, I need you to do some magic for me right now, man. I love magic. I love magic.
He left and he came back.
Nah, that ain't good enough.
Oh snap!
I'm like, he did technically disappear and come back. So
hey,
hey.
Pick a card. Pick a card.
So I'll give you something. I'll give you something. All right. How much time we got on this?
Man, all the time you want, man.
Okay.
Mayhem.
So here's what I want y'all to do. Here's what I want y'all to do. Are you guys intelligent young men?
Yeah. I would like to think so.
All right. Yeah. This ain't even gonna deal with cards. I'm gonna get into your brain, because people say that I'm a man of words and I can you know, wrestling is a mind game, almost similar to this. I want you guys to blink your mind out. I want you to think of any double-digit number. Don't tell me what it is. Don't tell each other what it is. Don't spell it out or nothing like that. Do you have a piece of paper in front of you or your cell phone?
Yeah.
I want you to put that double-digit number down. Write it down or type it in. GM might have to write it on his steering wheel. He in his car. He forgot. I saw him looking at the back seat like he forgot his kid.
All right. Wait a minute.
All right, so write that double-digit number down. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to take those 2 digits that are in that double-digit number and add those 2 digits together. So, for example, say like you picked 11. You would just take 1 plus 1, it equals 2. Or if you pick 10, there'll be 1 plus 0, which clearly equals 1. So add the 2 digits that are in your double-digit number together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now that number that you get from adding those two digits together, I want you to take that total and subtract that from your original double-digit number. If that makes sense. Let me know if you need me to repeat.
No, I'm
No,
following.
we got it.
So
Also,
I'm gonna give you guys a shout out because I have never did this virtually, and I have never did this with multiple people. So this could actually go wrong, and my brain might not work at this time. And this is straight live, but it's okay. I live in a pressure because you asked me this. So once again, I want you to pick a double-digit number. So I'll give you an example. If you pick 10, you would take 1 plus 0, which equals 1, and then you would take the 1 plus 0 equals 1, and then you would take the 10 minus 1 because that'll be what that total number. So that can go from 10 all the way up to 99, whatever your original number is. Let me know when you've done that.
I did all that.
Done.
All right. So you should have a new total, correct?
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't want to take you guys to school. I didn't want to take you to school. So I want you to think of that new total. So for example, double-digit number, add those two digits together, whatever that total is, you subtract that total from your original double-digit number. This might be an epic fail. I want you to circle that total, that new total.
Okay.
Or if it's just there, if you got a phone, it'll just be at the bottom somewhere. That new total that you have. Since I'm doing this with 3, I might need a little bit of hiccup. If your new total is a single-digit number, don't tell me. But if your new total is a double-digit number, raise your hand. Okay, we got hands raised. All right, Sir Mac, I'm gonna start with you. Do not give me that new total. Give me just the first digit that's in that new total.
7.
Okay, I want you to keep that in your mind. Mr. Analytics, give me the first digit that's in that new total.
1.
Okay. GM, give me that first digit that's in that new total.
Uno.
Okay. Huh. Who out of the 3 of you guys have known each other longest?
Right here, or
How do I point?
Okay, so Mr. Analytics and GM, y'all have known each other longer?
Nah.
No.
and me.
Mac and
Okay.
GM.
Because someone is different. So Sir Mac, you said the first digit was the first digit was a 7.
Yeah.
So for your new total.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to count to 3, and then I want you to count to 3. I'm gonna try to hopefully see if I can pull a number out of your head, and I want you to show your phone, and I don't want you to change it. So on the count of 3, you're gonna simultaneously show your phone, but I'm gonna try to spit it out sooner so people don't think I'm reading your phone. 1, 2, 3, 72.
Fucking shit.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Hang right there. You guys had the same total, right? You guys said 1 was the first digit.
Yeah.
All right. On a count of 3, I want you guys just to say your total on the count of 3. When I count, and I'm gonna say it too. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 18.
18. Jesus. Rev, for real?
Did I get it right?
For real? Yeah, you got mine right. Mine was 18.
But 2 out of 3 is good.
2 out of 3 ain't bad,
That's
especially
not
for me, because I was trying to be difficult.
That's not bad.
I was trying to be
That is not
difficult. With motherfuckers.
It's all right. It's all right. I'll get GM in person. I got something that'll blow his mind. I get him in person whenever I see him.
Yo, I was really trying to be difficult. I'm an ass.
I know you was. That's what threw me off for a second. That's probably why I got G's number
You
right.
saw her face, it was like 7.
I was like,
you said your digit was a 1.
Yeah, my first digit is a 1. Mine was 11. So
I said your last digit.
Oh, it's still a 1. It's still either one is a 1.
But did you say 7?
No, I said 1.
Nah, that was Mac.
I said 7. Yeah.
Mac
Yeah.
You in the dark card. Dark card equals dark thoughts. I don't know. I'm gonna get you back.
Man, hey, man, you playing with me right now. You playing with me.
That's on the spot.
Man.
That was not pre-scripted.
Belt talk, man. Belt talk. You creeping me out just a little bit with that magic, man. Even though I love it. I love it. I love it. To the left, we got all the current championships. To the right, you know what I'm saying, other than the one at the bottom, you know, first time tag champs down there in the middle and everything, you know. I got a question. That tag team championship run, it ended and then started again. You lost those titles in a handicap match, and I tried my best to find some footage or what the hell happened. Did you turn on your partner?
I might have did a little something. It was just a business move. I wouldn't call it a turn. I just said
there's a reason why I have this.
Don't you get
There's a reason why I have this. I know it all. I couldn't find nothing. And I said, this man had to turn on him. He had to turn on him to become a tag champion again against the Order, who he was already feuding with. Come on, man.
I said I was the first ever 2-time champ without ever losing the belt.
Man.
Respect.
Man.
But it's not.
Wait a minute. Little correlation. Wait a minute, because I think another person that has that attribute, if I'm correct, is a man that liked your post, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, yes.
That's another man that has that attribute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Good.
Cody Luther King.
You see the fist, maybe just a little bit for the coach.
You know shout out to Lovely. You see the fist? You see it?
But yeah, man, talk about these championships. I mean, like just dripping in gold, just excellence, man. Everywhere you go, damn near, it's just like, what am I supposed to do here? Not be great? Sorry, I'm gonna be great.
Man, it's one of those things, man. First of all, I gotta have the babies right here, so you see a lot of them right
champ up, title talk.
Yeah. I gotta talk that champ talk with you, man. I see you with the titles, man. I had to come to the show correct. Had to respect y'all with it, man. Respect. But it's one of those things that
put it down.
It's one of those things that I feel like, like a lot of people. Wait, what he got?
You got a water bottle. You got some H2O.
A gold canister, but it's gold. I got gold in it.
Okay,
so there you go.
We gonna get that. We gonna put it on the belt for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna get some straps for the water bottles.
We're gonna make it spin like the old US title.
There we go.
Shout outs on that follow from John Cena recently. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah,
man. That was the weirdest, most out of nowhere thing. Apparently he got a follow club. I don't know who did that, but
it's like he woke up in the morning, was just like Black Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah, I think like he just woke up one day and was like, y'all can't give all the credit to Cody. I'm still here. Like, and then he just started following a bunch of black folk.
Don't put me in timeout, Lala. I can't
turn it around.
Don't get on her bad side. Yeah, man, but just with those championships, man, I think what happened was, I think a lot of people just see the office side of me, the analytical side of me, not taking anything away from Mr. Analytics, but I think they just see the business side of me, and they forget, when I take the dress shoes on, the wrestling boots go on, and when I take the dress shoes off, the wrestling boots go on. So being put in those situations where people are like, yo, we didn't know Rev could really wrestle. And it's like, yeah, I've been in this game for 10 years. It's just, I'm using what my strengths are in a particular time. And maybe a particular company did not want to see me in that particular light. But everybody that see me in person know what the deal is, whether it's the first time or they've been watching me for multiple years. So the thing is, yes, Lala, yes. Don't be in the crib. We putting on for the culture. Yeah, that made my day. Shout out to just jumping back in the game with the wrestling world, man, with the multiple championships. So, it's one of those things to where, I looked at it in a way of, this is my proving ground. And, if you put me in a championship match with somebody, my condolences to whoever your current champion is, because I'm coming home with the gold, and that's going to be the end of the day. And that's the mindset you got to go into.
My condolences to their run. I'm sorry.
It's over.
Hey,
dead and done. It's dead and done.
It's done. It's coming home with me,
man. It's a dandada.
Part is
it's done. Finito.
Once you kill their run, you can do the funeral too.
Hey, just like I told Jay Bougie, I told all the takeover, matter of fact, they want to keep talking stuff, but y'all stupid for talking stuff on me, but y'all even more stupid for talking stuff on Moses, on O'Shea, on Shane. So I said, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all's family, out of the greatness of my heart, it's better to give than to receive. I'm gonna give y'all a free funeral. Just pay my normal wrestling booking rate. I'll eulogize y'all for free.
Man, and you know what I'm saying? Trying to see where he at, because you know what I'm saying, he popped up a little earlier, but maybe he's shaking in them boots, you know what I'm saying? So he ain't around right now.
He probably don't have no signal in the bodega.
Man.
Booty is last.
You know how it be sometimes. When the Boost Mobile stores be closed, it's hard to.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Wait.
where you at? Where you at? Lala said factorials.
Hey, real talk.
They are not well in the head. And I'll tell you who else ain't well in the head, man. Before I pass it to either LL or GM, you ain't well in the head, man. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the way I've been flipping and turning my hat around 15 million times while I've been talking to you, man. For real? For real?
Expeditiously.
For real?
Expeditiously.
Why you have to do my boy like that? And it expeditiously. Did he? Like, bro, when I seen that TikTok, I fell out. I fell all the way out, like all of me, all over the place, all over the floor. I said he did not. He did not. Did he say rats? I just oh my god, the whole
rats on vacation.
You said rats on vacation.
I can't even pay that shit.
What made you just? I mean, walk me through the process, please. Like the hilarity, bro. The hilarity.
Listen,
it was
matter of fact, when I lied to you now, out of all them TikToks, that was probably one of the ones that took me the absolute longest to put together. I mean, that probably took me about 45 minutes to an hour, dog, for that quick clip. But I was like I think it took long because I was cracking myself up while doing it, and I was like, yo, I think this might be something. But it's one of those things that like I was feeling it. You know, I think some of my best content actually happens when I don't think about it, and I don't think about it until I start recording. And you know, it's just all about bringing a smile to people and you know, talk about stuff that's relevant. And you know, everybody know that T.I. got a little bit of intellectual equivocation of the animosity within his words. So you know, you just gotta, you know, I was like, yo, what would happen if he was like somebody's pastor? Like somebody's pastor with some big words.
Talk about not getting out of church on time.
Like you ain't getting out. Like it's gonna be Sunday again before he get to altar call. Like,
but then out of all the times though you picked offering, I was fucking dead. Because you know, if you expediently give the offerings, we can put dividends. Dividends. I don't even know.
You know, if we give the offering and you do so with a beloved heart very expeditiously, then God will bless the manifestation of your manifestation on the purpose of all. Like it's just like, yo, what do you say? You know, let me just give you the here, just take the wall. Can I go home now? Like
what cash app?
So I'm trying to catch the word, but I can't understand the words that you're saying right now.
Man, listen, it'd be some crazy stuff, man. And you know, I got some tricks, man. But that'd be the most hilarious one, man. People kept telling me to do. They said two of the ones I need to do more are more T.I. impersonations and more Barack Obama impersonations. So I might have to. And I didn't start to get on the Barack Obama until my dude start doing the Trump impersonations, and I was like, yo, I gotta try to match this. It gotta be the battle of the presidents. Yep.
Lala said, "Do Google
I can't.
Lala says she wants to Google translation. See, you say translate. That's the word is too small for your boy King of the South, TIP. See, when you look at that, what you're really saying is the ramification of the word verbiage and the dictionarification of it is not genderfied with what we're saying here on this podcast. Like, somebody find me, Tiny.
You done made my hat fly away, man. I should flew away like, man, I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here.
Hey, your hat said, what you know about that?
Hey, no lie, man. T.I. is primarily like my favorite rapper, man, and just the way that you just hit all them points and everything in that TikTok. Like I said, bro, that was like one of the last things I seen. I didn't scroll past it like 15 times, and I was like, man, what is this? Because Jen was like, yeah, he be killing on the TikToks, and I'm like, not too fancy with TikTok just yet. So I'm like, check out this one. And I was like,
that thing low key blew up. I don't know where the heck it happened at, man. But I think low key blew up, man.
I think I even got an idea. Like if you keep on with T.I., you should just give T.I. sermons. just like a couple of seconds.
They ain't ready for that.
Sermon is about.
Deuteronomy.
Look
Deuteronomy.
in your Bible to Hezekiah. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah. This is exclusive.
I'm gonna get y'all with it.
Oh no! Everybody,
no.
Instead of bowing your heads, tip your hats to the side.
Ladies, we're gonna get ready for prayer. Please put your hat to the side for a second for the King of the South. Dear heavenly benevolent equivalents of all the ramifications of matifications and mathematics, Jesus. But listen, you gonna bow your head. You might not understand it, but you like, yo, it's so deep that he gotta be talking to heaven.
He got one line. He is the main line. He is the main line straight to the Lord. Like he's on the phone with him right now.
I'm like, man. They call him Saint. They call him Saint.
One soloist that I gotta follow him. Ramifications, yeah.
Hey, Gino, G, can you imagine the organ trying to play behind him preaching?
Oh
what?
no!
What? You know how many times they're gonna hit you with one of these and just walk off the organ? Like I thought.
How do you play ramifications on the organ?
How do you play supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
Oh, can you imagine the drummer? Oh God,
the drummer's the worst one.
He gonna be back there like animal for the
all time cymbals.
Yo, it'd be wild, man. It'd be wild. But this is where my ideas come from, man. I just be sitting there, or like I'm watching TV or something toward that extent, and it's just like it hit me. I'll be like, let me sit here for 5 more minutes, and if it don't go away, I'm like, all right, I gotta do something. I gotta do something with this.
Oh man, GM, how tag to you, man? I can't take too much more of this, man. Like, I want to say what I want to say, but I ain't trying to get paused right now. So it's just I'm gonna just massage them and just let y'all go ahead.
No, Professor, don't even ask. I'm gonna lob it to you. There, you got it. Don't even ask. I'm gonna lob it to you.
I want to ask.
Yeah, lob it to you. You got it. Don't even, you know what? There you go. There you go.
Like
this pause button.
Man.
There you go.
Nah, but so Rev, I mean, my question is like, who's your favorite wrestler to be in the ring with, if you have one?
Yeah. So one that I have been in the ring with, that I wish to be in the ring with.
Both. I'll do both. Oh, okay. Bro, hold up, man.
No, you asked him a question. You leave me alone.
No, bro, how you gonna bust out? Okay, sir.
You drinking Kool-Aid?
Sir, first it was blue. Now it's red.
Wait. So this brother changed Kool-Aid colors based on the interview?
You sipping on juice, nigga? Oh.
Hey, you done had T.I. come to pass, and now you drinking Kool-Aid for communion.
I was parched, man.
Wait, but listen. I understand you hosting the show and you parched. That's what happens. My question is, this just came out of nowhere, and it's a full down. Like I got questions now. Like, when was
look
this
what
made?
Hey, Mac, look what
is it colder room temperature? Is there a fridge underneath your desk? I got questions, my guy.
No!
I'm mad your ass, bro. Like, oh yeah.
You know my left side is a little weak, man. It was heavy. You know, it's a full gallon, man. A full gallon. It's got some weight to it. You see that?
Listen.
Jesus.
I've been on a lot of shows, man. I've been on a lot of shows. And I ain't never seen nothing like that. All right. Y'all cool about all right. Y'all might have got a bonus for you, my boy. I don't know what the word.
No, but Mac, you just pulled it out of nowhere, bro. Like I'm gonna say something.
Hey, no lie, because you know I didn't got the juice over, right? I was waiting for when Bougie hopped on. I was gonna ask y'all which one of y'all had the juice. Let y'all go for a while, then stop y'all and let y'all know I got the juice. But I was legitimately thirsty.
Bro, you could say you had tech difficulties and turned your camera off. Listen, hey, if you're gonna come up with something like that, you better be sponsored.
That's one thing about me, man. I take all the heat. I take all the heat wherever it's at, anytime.
Hey, Lala said you fasted 40 days to drink that.
Nah, bro, but look, Rev, that's even sponsorship confusion because he had it in the Kirkland bottle, bro. I don't even know.
That part.
This is Niagara.
It's Niagara.
That's
bruh. It was a Niagara bottle. Now you done got those contents in it. They call it Negro bottle.
Negro lady.
Mineral. Negro mineral.
where all the flavors are named after colors. What flavor you got? Red.
Yeah. Hey, that is true. You get that red drink?
Yep, that red drink.
I can't stand y'all. Lala was killing me the other day. Everybody in the comments. Hey, man, just let me drink what I drank, man.
Hey, do you?
Man,
I just hope the ratio was. I just hope the ratio was right, man. Yeah. you drinking diabetes.
That's what they say. But I'm always all right at the end of the day. I don't know how I work out. That Negro bull.
Negro bull. God. They give you diabetes.
It's too much mayhem. What would y'all do without me?
He can't even get it together.
What would y'all do without me?
You took over your own show, but just pulled out a bottle.
He sure did.
That's one of them.
And Ron, he did it so smooth though. He did it so smooth. He said, "This out of nowhere." I was like, "Hold up." I know to ask my question, but he just.
Hey, this brother was talking. He was like, yeah, so on.
Right.
Hold it. I got to switch to this. It's too strong.
Then had nerve to like look in the direction of the camera while drinking. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that part.
What were you saying? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Are you still thirsty? Can we get to the question now? You still thirsty? Okay.
That was the CJ's question, man. Whatever it was, man. Go ahead and hit it back. My hands is here, man. My hands is here. As I'm looking at these banana moon pies over here, my hands is here though. Yeah, I got you know I always got snacks. Banana moon pie.
Ask your question.
Ron, we can go back to the question if we can.
God bless.
Jesus. Talk about banana moon pies. No, but I was just saying, so whether it's one you've wrestled with now or just in general, like who's your favorite to be in the ring with?
Yeah, I would say one of my favorites, if you're looking at a name to be in the ring with, would definitely I just like
Lala, come on.
It threw me off for a second. What about favorites that to definitely be in the ring with to get a chance to wrestle with was X-Pac. I think that was one that held a little bit of a sentimental. There it go right there.
You know, I was waiting
right there. He had that quick, man. But I think that was more sentimental for me. A real quick story. He ended up getting hurt the time we were going to run that show. That was actually at my alum. We had to cancel it because he was our main draw, and that was around the time he tore his bicep. And once he got better, he said, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna shave like a half a stack off my pay. I'm gonna do this." When he did his merch table and he had good foot traffic there, he gave all of his proceeds right to the charity that we were doing the show for. And then he was just he on his own. He gave a public apology that he couldn't make the first initial date, and that just speaks to the class of the type of guy that he is. So I would say currently in the ring, that's definitely a high up for me. And somebody that I would love to wrestle, there's a couple people. Clearly Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but one that I think is a shock to many people is actually Bray Wyatt. Whenever that time comes, I think both from our ideals, but our difference in delivery, him and I could could make some magic happen in the ring. And I tell you how far back that went. Mac, you was talking about the tough enough stuff. It was actually on their website when I called him out, and they put it right on the WWE website. And I was like, oh, we might be cooking with something here. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I always respected the type of guy that he is. He is another one that is a creative genius, strongly underutilized, in my opinion, underestimated, and definitely should have deserved more credit than what he got. So that's one that I'm gonna still keep there, because you never say never in our business, man.
That's true.
Oh my God, that
Definitely.
Oh God, that would be dope. I can
Think about that. Think about that.
one thing I go back to, but I know y'all go. He's drinking the fabric softener for slush. You know what? I give up.
I get the juice over. I get shit over around here. Okay, that's what a champion is supposed to do. I get anything over. I get this damn pencil over if I wanted to. Get the juice over.
So I gotta ask a question real quick. Is that like the Space Jam secret stuff of real life? Like, is that what was in that bottle that Michael Jordan drank?
I don't know what Mike was drinking, man. I don't know. If I knew what Mike was drinking, I'd be drinking more secret stuff.
I love that question.
That's
secret juice.
It is delicious.
He going back to it.
It's about 6 to 12 of the packets of the fruits and the flavors of everything that I got from out of the accoutrement of
Jesus, I can't today.
Shake it up and then you put it in the refrigerator so it can get a little chilly. It looks hazardous, you know. It's just, you know, it's delicious. It's deliciousness. I think last time I had pink Starburst and the blue tropical Skittles package.
Yeah, bro. We all said it looked like Tristan said it looked like Downy fabric softener.
Yeah,
bro.
it was blue last time. So it was really looking some type of way. Now it's red.
You drinking these techno colors.
Yeah. I always gotta just like the shoes, I always gotta flip up the colors. Joe will tell you I got colors, man. I got colors. You know what I'm saying? I like the pop.
Hey, he gonna wake up and gonna say, bring it to the flow.
Hey, don't be surprised if all of a sudden his brother just start randomly saying, "Ooh, yeah," just right there.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna come out.
Hey man, you got a lot of tag teams and a lot of groups that you done been a part of, and we're gonna get to the most important one in just a second. But I got an offer for you, man. Because you know, I said we're gonna have to get on the same page on something. And you know, I'm gonna open up all of my hands and all of my fingers, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we could become a tag team and we could be the albino boys, you know what I'm saying? The albino boys, you feel me? You know, come out with albino snakes together and everything, and you know, do the damn thing, you know, the albino boys. What you think?
First of all, I did not know where you were going with that at first. I did.
That's a good thing. Never know where I'm going, but always.
But then when the picture pulled up, I said, "All right, might be able to run with something." I could dig that.
You know what I'm saying?
You're like,
Hey, I said.
Wait for it.
I said, listen. I've had some people pitch some stuff, but.
Like after the juice, man. I don't know, man.
Hey, that juice going to his head.
Mac,
that ain't no dirty Sprite, man? That's the albino boys.
So yeah, the albino boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But believe it or not, man, I can do big snakes, man. For some reason, it's the small snakes that sometimes get me a little bit more weary. Like the smaller it is, the more weary. Them big snakes I can handle, man.
Well, but how is it a small one that you can't handle though?
It's the fact that it does this real quick, and it tries to go in the shirts and the jacket. That big old thing.
He chilling.
I can see that bad boy.
Yeah, he chilling for the most part.
It's the this.
Why
real
we
quick.
get hold up? Why is Lala pausing?
I don't know.
Wait, what we pausing about? Wait, what we pausing about?
I don't know.
Oh wait. Oh, she coming heavy with you.
Yeah.
Wait, who you pausing though?
Yeah, who else is she pausing? I'm the one that get the heat around here.
She might be pausing the albino boys.
Possibly.
Oh,
Possibly.
yeah.
You know,
Okay,
that yeah,
Possibly, man.
maybe.
cause like I don't answer the question, but I was like, how y'all gonna come out to the ring as the albino boy? Like, what's gonna happen?
Well, I think he's gonna put the snake on the leash, and the snake's gonna.
Oh, that's what she's
Oh,
possible.
That's on you. You gotta get
Okay,
one.
so
That's on you.
for all the listeners, all I said, you pause.
Yeah. And the folks say amen. Yeah.
Well, keep that pause right there. Hey, I think this is the first guest that ever got paused.
Right.
now listen. That's a reach. That is a reach.
No, it's not when you think about
That
it.
is a reach.
I can only handle big snakes. It's the little ones that get me.
You making history, people. The first guest to get paused. You making history. History.
Yes.
I guess I did tell you I was gonna make history on this show.
Yes.
Yeah. Just didn't know it'd be that way.
That part. Yep.
Oh
It
my
took a
God.
lot to pull that out.
Man,
Yeah.
this brotherhood, man. This brotherhood. This is a for
This is
real
deep.
brotherhood. You
For
know what
real.
I'm saying? Like I said, you've been a part of a lot of tag teams, a lot of factions and things of that nature. But this right here, power in every picture, every stadium, every arena, every time any one of y'all, when there's two or more together, like STP, man, STP. Talk about it a little bit, man. How has it changed your career? How has it changed your life? Like, because I know it's one of them powerful moments that when it's just like I got the opportunity to do what and with who and word, yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah, I think, man, that's no biggest. There's no bigger honor, man. I think that's the circumference of what we all believe this business can provide. And in this business, in the words of Mo3, everybody ain't your friend and everybody ain't your partner, man. But so when you do get those people, man, you want to cherish those people. And it went beyond what you see on TV, man. And I think that's what a lot of people are really starting to understand now. What we try to tell people is, Shane Taylor Promotions was not machine made at all. It first started with Shane and I just putting our minds together. Shane had an idea. I had an idea. We collectively came together and said, how can we get this done? And then slowly but surely, hey, I'm thinking about, adding these two people. And I'm thinking about adding O'Shea. I'm thinking about, and us going to the drawing board and, being told multiple times and finding a different way of still getting that same message out there and pretty much forcing the hand. And for them to later realize, oh, no, this was a smart decision. But it took us having to be bold and sticking to our guns and having to do that. And so what you see in those pictures and what people have been seeing on TV, through Ring of Honor, through the internet pay-per-view shows that we've been doing on Fight TV and Indie Wrestling TV, is us in real life. We check on each other, even outside of the business. Like, how's your mental health? How's life? How's the family? How are you doing? And that's what you got to do. We are really our brother's keepers. So for me, Shane Taylor Promotions has helped me immensely. As a person, as a man, definitely as a professional wrestler. That has given me opportunities that I feel maybe I would have never gotten or would have been way more delayed than what they were. And it was just about us having faith and taking a step out on our own and being able to know, listen, as long as we got each other, we gonna ride this thing all the way to the top. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I hot tag any one of y'all, and I think I'm damn near done for the night. I didn't did some damage.
Yeah,
that's all right. Just chug your red juice, bro.
Don't mind if I do. Thanks for the permission there, Reverend. You know what I'm saying? Indubitably. With two hands, because it's a big jug.
Pause.
Professor, hit him with the question expeditiously, Bo. Expeditiously, hit him with the question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna go back to one of my Queen's questions now. I'm still waiting for Bougie to get on because that man's gonna try and bust through at some point.
He on CPT, and when he get on, I'm gonna give him a hard 5 minutes, if not 3 minutes of my time, because I'm just ready to punch him in the face.
He might
respect it. So one of her questions was, as a whole. She's saying like, what are the qualifications that need to be met by a promotion in order for STP as a whole to be signed? Because I don't know if you saw earlier, I think it was Eddie. He was saying, "Hey, Tony Khan needs to sign y'all." And I mean, and you know, once Ring of Honor was back, we were doing the same thing. I was like, "Yup, STP need to get signed ASAP," like yesterday.
Yeah, I think that was a crazy thing because when I did because I do a thing called Coffee with Rev on Twitter Spaces every Tuesday and Thursday morning, and literally the very first space I did, Kerry Silkin ended up jumping up. If anyone doesn't know Kerry Silkin, he's a former owner of Ring of Honor. He's one of the most intricate parts of Ring of Honor that helped keep Ring of Honor alive during his transition period. And he literally jumped on, was like, "Hey Rev, I just wanted to jump on. I don't have much time, but I want to say love what you guys are doing, et cetera, et cetera." And he pretty much said, "Listen, if it was me, I would have STP part of New Ring of Honor. And when I get an opportunity, I'm gonna talk to Tony Khan and let him know that." And that came directly, like publicly, with people listening and him knowing people listen. So for him to just be able to verbally co-sign on us and put his name on the line, that clearly means that it's not just the fans that are thinking it, our supporters is thinking it, and us is thinking it. People that have been in very high positions and know what we have done. You know, not only for the the history of us and the integrity of us, but for the history and the integrity of Ring of Honor and pro wrestling as a whole. There's a reason why we were Faction of the Year. So to me, like I said, it's hard to not want to have everything make sense to you, because my thing is, when you go into an arena and you hear the STP chants, when you hear the commentator saying, "Do you not hear this crowd? They want STP." When you hear a former owner that was still very active with Ring of Honor say, "If it was up to me, STP would be signed with Ring of Honor," you wonder what more has to be done in order for certain things to happen. How much louder do people have to go besides saying, "We'll like snip the wires on your TV camera and it won't be TV"? Now, I'm not saying do that, but you always look at how far do you have to go before someone's like, "Okay." And so, let's just clear all the rumors. We don't got any animosity with nobody. I think the thing is with us is sometimes people get intimidated based off of the strength that we speak, and they can misconstrue that as them getting some type of fear or us being tough to work with, which we hear that a lot within people that look like us. But in reality, it's just us being confident and us having strength. And we always try to tell people, if you don't believe that there is something that's behind that there's worth and there's value, you can look back at the paperwork of STP being on TV, of the different things that we've been doing, of literally becoming Faction of the Year, and the line repeats itself. We got the scissor. The line repeats itself. So that's my thing. But with us, it's clear cut like this. It doesn't take nothing for no company to sign STP. All you got to do is come to us. Let us talk business like everybody else that you talk to, and let us show you on paper how we are going to help build your company to the next level and do the best that we can to make sure your company is the top company that's being talked about in today's world.
Okay. Dope. Well, I mean, I got one more for her, because seeing as Abuja ain't on, this still question still needs to be asked, and this is specifically how she's asking. Rocking the Gators, not the Crocs. How is this match against Bougie on the 20th going to cement who you are?
Listen, it's going to cement it like this. I'm the type of guy that a lot of people look at it. They listen to how I speak. They look at the suits that I do. They look at everything toward that extent. They know my background. I think that is a strength of mine. A lot of people don't know that behind all of this, that there's a deeper level to me. And one thing I said in a song that I wrote, I said, see, they might see your glory, but not know your story. You walk around in Sunday's best, but your path is gory. And those very lyrics is exactly what people are going to see on May 20th, Richfield Park, New Jersey, for Invictus Pro Wrestling. I'm not coming in a suit. I'm coming to eulogize a young man named Jay Bougie. And I told him before, and I'm going to tell him again, he's been talking all of this stuff. And I'm saying this with confidence and peace because I'm at peace with myself, knowing that if this is my final walk in the park of pro wrestling, I know where my soul will go. But does he know where his soul will go? And I have a funny feeling that he's not going to know until the last second, as he slowly starts seeing his vision tint red as the blood is trickling down his face and his eyes are slowly closing and his oxygen is slowly depleting out of his body as he faintly hears the ref counting to 3 and the bell ringing. And when he looks me in the eyes the final time, it's going to be all said and done. There's a reason why they call me the savior of pro wrestling. It's because how many times people tried to kill me, I always resurrected and I bounced back 10 times heavier. But can Jay Bougie say the same thing? Every king falls. Jay Bougie said he's the king of New York. Guess who else also said they're the king of New York? Tekashi 6ix9ine. Jay Bougie said he's the king of New York while wearing dreads. Guess who also said they were the king of New York while wearing dreads? Tekashi 6ix9ine. Let's take it a step further. Jay Bougie said he's the king of New York while wearing dreads and Crocs. Guess who also said they're the king of New York while wearing dreads and Crocs? Tekashi 6ix9ine.
6ix9ine. Yep.
And he fell. He thought he was at the top and he fell until there was a bigger dog that stepped up. I'm the big dog. I'm claiming my ground, and that ground's going to be Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, May 20th, this Friday.
You know what?
Woo!
You be flaming. Woo! You be flaming. You be flaming like a motherfucker.
I just want to pass the collection plate around at this time for Rev Run. If you can, dig deep into your pockets and give to this man of God expeditiously with the manifestations of procrastinations to the nation. Oli oxen free. Drop down and get your eagle on.
Should have been about a Honda.
Yep. Shamalama ding dong. Yep.
I'm pretending this is a tambourine.
1 fish, 2 fish. Okay.
3 fish, blue fish.
Well.
Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
He on. He's on.
Yo.
You put me in the middle. You
know what? You probably felt this one coming, you know what I'm saying? Because once you got to talking and all that and saying that, you know, what was more important than Crocs is the booty. When you threw this one out on Twitter, I said, oh Lord. GM had to tag me in and I ran real quick and I was like, if you know, you know. And I'm like, yeah, this man out here chasing booty and Crocs. But hey, dude, what's going on, brother? What's going on, man?
My booty is mine.
What's going on, warrior?
Yo, y'all got this man really thinking he doing something out here. Y'all really got him thinking he doing something. What you did today? You played Mall Cop?
First of all, Bougie, I want to thank you for coming upon my time. Like I always say, the doors of the church are always open, but the doors of the church have been open for over an hour, 52 minutes. It's about graces that you step up to your time. I hope you have been getting your funeral arrangements in order.
Oh, man, my brother.
Professor, pass me the popcorn.
My brother, you know what's funny? I was doing some business earlier, too, and I'm gonna give you your flowers, Rev. The young man said that, you know, you and I, we've been telling a great story here. We've been getting people invested. We've been doing what we had to do. And I'm like, yeah, that's facts. Shout out to Rev. He's been doing it. But he asked me if I was nervous. I said, no, I'm not nervous. Why? Because, Rev, you have to fight a perfect fight. You know that, right? You have to fight the perfect fight. Not me. Not me. And the reason why that is because you, Queen, Kaiju, Moses, y'all thought we were just being loud for no reason. Y'all thought we was gonna get on the internet, start barking, do whatever it is, right? But you and I, we are one and the same. I even said it earlier. I said, you remind me of myself more polished. You remind me of myself with wisdom. You remind me of myself when I'm reaching my final form, so to say, right? And that's all the reason I need that I will not lose this match. Not even a match, it's a fight. It's a fight, my brother. You have to be perfect because you have to prove yourself. You doing exactly what everyone says. You always in the suit. You not in the ring. You never in the ring. I'm in the ring every weekend. I'm out there in the trenches. I'm out there in the field. I'm throwing down. You playing on TikTok. You playing with little water guns on your hip. You out here setting up your ring lights and everything. Not I. You the one that's not focused, my brother. You not, and as you see, my demeanor is different. I'm not coming in here yelling, not coming in here screaming. I'm just talking to you, brother. Talking to you as a man to let you know on Friday it's going down. I'ma really hold on, because I know you like this one. Smack you in the back of your beam. I know that's your favorite one right there, ain't it?
So let me just spit this knowledge on you. You said one thing that really stuck out to me. You said that you're not yelling. You're not coming like you were coming any other time before. You're coming to me like a man. You're coming correct. You're talking. You're not screaming. You're not yelling. You're coming to me like a man, right? What happened to you yelling and calling yourself a God figure? What happened to you yelling and saying, when you're in the ring, you feel like a God? And now all of a sudden, you're coming to me like a man. You want me to tell you why? I'm glad you asked, Jay Bougie. It's because you finally realize that in reality, you're not a God figure. You hope you're a God figure. What is a God figure? A person that wants to form in the being and the figure of God. So you said that you are a poser of God, but yet even as you pose and you cosplay as a God in this world called pro wrestling, now just a few days as we're in the same week of May 20th, something hit your soul that said, maybe I'm not a God figure. Maybe I'm meeting the real wrestling God in his pulpit. Maybe the game that I thought that I was playing, maybe that's falling in the hands and the prophecy of the Reverend Hunt. See, let me backtrack you, my brother. There's a reason why they call me the savior of pro wrestling. There's a reason why I'm not called a God figure. I am that entity in this pro wrestling world. It's because when you go back to that tweet, I said, feed me Jay Bougie on a plate, right? Feed me Jay Bougie on a plate.
So you messed up.
No, I didn't mess up, because let me show you what the prophecy was. Right before the great time that everybody talks about, the leads in the Good Friday and in the third day and early, there was something called the Last Supper. And what they ate off of was a plate. And in that, there was a portion that said, do this in remembrance of me. I'm going to eat. Like I put in my hashtag, everybody in STP is going to eat on May 20th. And we're going to do it in remembrance of Takeover. See, that was a prophecy that you did not understand until now, young man. And that's why I believe that you are slowly getting humbled to, I'm going to yell like chopped cheese. I'm a God figure. Nah, my guy. You're just a man named Jay Bougie. See, the Rev's been speaking for years. Hundreds of matches. Dozens of states. Multiple countries. But you're a God figure in New York or New Jersey. Now, that's not to take anything away from you, because you did something smart. You have home field advantage. We're in your backyard with your people. You get to feed off of that, right? I don't need none of that. My home field advantage is in here. So you bring your A game. I'm going to bring mine. You bring yours. And we'll see who lasts in the Last Supper, my guy.
What you said there that stuck out to me, and which is true and which is fact, is that you said that I'm a God figure out here in New York and in New Jersey.
Oh, it's your heaven.
Yeah, by all means, and that there is the driving factor. You see, Rev, like you said, you've traveled the world, so to say. You traveled this country. You've been on the West Coast, East Coast, everywhere in the last few weeks, my brother. And don't you think that right there is what drives me? I've been confined to New York and New Jersey. I have yet to step out there and really show what it is and show who and what Jay Bougie is and show what a true God figure is. You have been out here saying that you are the savior. You have been out here preaching and telling the gospel and doing all this type of stuff. And it bothers me. It bothers me. And yes, you can say that I've had a moment of being humble, because I realize now that it's not about the yelling. It's not about the screaming. It's not about none of that. It's about the fight. The fight that's going to happen. The fight when you put two bulls in the ring, two men that got something to prove. Because you and I, we are one and the same, my brother. Because it's like you was the man that went to Shane that put that thought and drove that factor into what became STP, Shane Taylor Promotions. When it came down to when Savage and I had that conversation, we had many conversations. We was the first two that did the takeover. You and I have very, very similar foundations in our families, and which is why I can't lose. I cannot lose at all, because I have to take you out, my brother. I have to pack you up. I have to send you surfing, send you fishing, send you everywhere, because you are in my way of my, what is it? I believe it's a manifest destiny, my divineness, reaching my upper level. You feel me? My higher being, because I am a God figure, 100%, without no doubt, my brother, without no doubt. I have to show you that. But understand, like you said, we in my city, we in my backyard, my people, my community, my hood, my folks, everybody. When that music hit, it's gonna get different. When I come out there and all my people eating chopped cheeses while I kick your ass, it's gonna be different. When I'm stepping in them Crocs, it's gonna be different. And hell, I might even pop out a ring light and take a selfie after I catch the 1, 2, 3, my brother. Like you say, A game. We in the final countdown, my brother. This is where everything gets real. This is where everybody's watching us. We have the strongest story here. We have the strongest presence here. Everybody knows the match to see is Bougie and Rev. Why? Because we have been carrying this respectively to both of our families. But when it comes to it, people wake up every morning to see what you tweet. They wake up every morning to see what I tweet. Wake up every morning to see what we gonna do, what we gonna see, and how we gonna do it. And Friday on IWTV live. You know how many people's watching live on a Friday night? You know how many people's watching that? So ain't no way I'm losing. I can't lose. There's too many people watching. Too much energy in this world. Too much focus on us, my brother. This is going to be the story here. And the 3 count going to say, Bougie, still God figure.
Here's one thing that I give you, Jay. The person that you are right now, the calm, cool, and collected one, I like that. This is the most dangerous that you have ever been. Because I realize that while this is different and unorthodox, this right here is exactly what the people don't know that's in you. They're seeing the different side of Jay Bougie. And I think what they're seeing and they're hearing on the outside is what's bubbling on the inside. It's what we call the calm before the storm. And what I want you to do, we got about 3 days left.
Roughly. Just about.
Thursday, I want you to sit in your house. No lights on, no TV on, in silence. I might even talk to the big man upstairs. I might have him make it rain. Just so you can listen to the rain fall from the heavens. You can thank me for that call to God later. And I just want you to just think about everything that you have done in your young, rich career so far. You have a lot of potential. I've seen you wrestle. I've studied you leading into this. You have a lot of talent. You should be way further than what you are now. You can, and I'm going to tell you this right here, you can achieve anything you put your mind to, except beat me. Because when it comes down to it, everything that you all have been doing, the mimicking, the STP impersonations, you should have been taking that time to get yourself better. But meanwhile, all you guys have been doing is just watching us on TV and saying, how can we do this at this level, just like they did at the pay-per-views? I know you was eating your popcorn at Final Battle. I know. I know that you had to pay while we got paid. I know. I appreciate that. But I hope during that time you study to show yourself approved when you step into the ring with me. Because I'm going to make you a workman on Friday. I'm going to take you to your limit. Because when I initially called you out and I wanted them to feed you on a plate, I wanted to come to you like a brother. I wanted to be my little brother's keeper. But this Friday, the God figure is going to get the dad figure. And I'm going to beat you like you my son. And don't nobody know what it's like to truly get that good old-fashioned beat down like they should have got. And then maybe if I'm gracious, I might keep it at that level. But maybe if I'm not, I might go from treating you like you my son to treating you like you my friend. Because don't nobody fight harder than two best friends, right? They say friends hit harder than anybody. I shared the blood of my friends. There's a reason why I'm at the level that I'm at. But just like I told the crew tonight, on Friday, you're going to understand that every sinner has a future. But this you're going to learn the hard way, that every saint has a past. And everything that I've been going through, all these years that I've been on this earth, all these years I've been in this game, all the championships that, matter of fact, since you want to count, since it's been your first rodeo, you know, I think I just saw the all of these and the ones that I haven't even won. You're going to feel all of that pain, all of that anguish, all of that animosity, everything that was promised to STP and myself individually, all those broken promises and dreams at the highest of the levels and the lowest of the valleys. You're going to feel the storybook of my existence on this earth. And I want you to feel every life lesson that I have learned the hard way. Friday, May 20th in New Jersey. And I'm going to have grace for you. I'm going to do your funeral for free. I'm going to eulogize you for free. I'm going to bury you for free. If your parents don't want to look at your face because your face is going to be unrecognizable after May 20th when it's all said and done, STP versus Takeover, I'll even cremate you for free in the middle of that ring on a pile of flaming Crocs. If that's what it takes to allow your mother to sleep well at night. When she's like, wow, my baby, I'm going to hug her. And you're going to be a God figure. I'm going to let you live through me for about 5 minutes. I'm going to hug her. And I'm going to say, it's all right, Ma. I'm going to be all right. Your baby boy is in a better place now because of the Reverend Hunt. And I'm going to take care of her, Jay Bougie. Ma, your mom's going to be all right. Because you know why? You know why, Jay Bougie? Because I'm going to tell your mama, Mama Bougie, take care and God bless.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Oh,
Everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. Come on. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right.
You know what?
I'm encouraged.
Ringside, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everything y'all have been doing from the beginning of this whole build up since the beginning of this story. And what Rev does what he does. He drops that pipe bomb and he gets out of the way before something claps back at him. I expected that 100%. I was gonna say thank you guys. I appreciate everybody here, every single person, and I hope that you guys are tuned in. I know somebody gonna be at work while the show's going on. Tell your boss to go kick some rocks. You gotta go watch this ass whooping I'm gonna give him. You understand what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel me, family? On some real. Rev, I know you still watching, my brother. I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna let y'all do your thing. If you show the slightest ounce of grace, you show the slightest ounce of remorse, or you take a second to think, that's gonna be your ass. Because like you said, the man that's been talking to you right here has been different from the past few months. I'm not losing. I got too much riding on this. Too many people watching at home, in the venue, around the world, everything. Because one thing that is also true, a lot of people's not recognizing is that STP got to prove something too. They're one man short. If you notice that, the rest of them is still here. They still got something to prove. Just like we got something to prove. We got two families in there that's been doubted, that's been shunned, people's overlooking and everything. And now Friday, we're gonna show what we do. We're gonna show what takeover is. We're gonna show them what it really is. We're gonna show them how we do it out here because they coming to our city, coming to our state, coming over here. So I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all all be tuned in. And then I'm gonna bow out gracefully, you know, and with respect to y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, y'all all the sponsors for Shane Taylor. Definitely. Well, I'm gonna hit y'all with the take witness. God bless. See y'all Friday.
See you Friday. Oh, my bad.
Everything will be, and everything's gonna be all right.
Man.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Woo.
Come on,
Everything's
Faith.
gonna be all right. Hey,
Come on,
everything's
Faith.
gonna be all right. Hey,
Everybody,
everything's gonna be all right. Hey,
put it in the comments, Faith.
Wow.
I just
Mac.
want to, thank you for letting me come in before that happened. You feel me?
Faith.
Because that right there, that
That's
was like,
gold.
that was like 3 black churches at one time. You feel me? like we had
That
the
afternoon
sermon
service.
and the choir and the
Yeah.
step team and the
Yeah.
praise dancers and the mimers all at once. You feel me?
All
You know what I'm saying? And then came the altar call. You feel me? I feel like honestly, Jay Bougie is a born again Christian now. After that, like if
He
he
gave his
ain't,
life over to the Lord.
he gave
he
his
just
whole life
said he
over to
be
Jesus
made
Christ.
new. He just said he was made new.
He was born again. He's born again. Thank you.
The light was off, and now it's on.
Yo, no, here's my thing. When Ron started going in, you just see Professor do this. Professor's looking like this, and then he just said, I'm not gonna make eye contact.
Yeah.
I gotta
Oh
look
my
away.
God.
I gotta look away.
Yep, facts. I was to get murdered.
He was murdered. Hallelujah.
Wow. What an episode, man.
Yeah, man.
What an episode. Like,
Oh,
man.
He said that if your face is too jacked up, I will cremate you for free. And
For free.
seeing that you are a God figure, I will let you speak through me for 10 minutes.
To your mama.
That part.
To
That
tell
part.
your mama, I'm gonna be
Whew.
Everything's gonna be
Jesus.
all right.
So look. I know y'all in California, you feel me? But I'm in New York. I'm gonna be there. You already know I'm gonna let y'all know what happened, because
Yeah, it's going down. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta pull up to see my brother. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm sorry,
Right.
my brothers. So
Yeah.
come on.
Wait.
Plus, honestly, I ain't gonna hold you. And honestly, I really want to see if I was waiting for Mac to have the Rams bless his.
Hey, he blessed my Kool-Aid a long time ago, man.
Yo, actually, hey, you keep that fabric softener aid over there to yourself. You understand me? That shit looks like a fabulosa cherry limeade. Look at you. Gawk 9,000. Look at you. Just take it to the head.
Whoa.
Look at you.
Whoa.
I can say it. I can say it.
You will not get me this time. You will not get dog tips. They were good, but you will not get me this time.
I seen that just during the sermon. You feel me? Yo,
he blessed my jug a long time ago.
Yo, this nigga had a whole live communion while he was interviewing Rev. You hear me?
So was.
Instead of wine and crackers, the nigga had moon pies and
Moon
fabulous.
pie. Oh.
Look at his face. He's so sad.
Look at his face when he popped up.
I have been A to the 6L. H double
I have been
L.
the GM to the KLASS. Damn, that was fucked up. You know why? Because I'm so sick.
This has
We're not even gonna read what
L,
that said.
L double A.
You know, Mr. Analytics with the specs. You know.
This has been ruthless.
Hey,
La,
can
la.
I just
La.
say, hey, can I just say that I got Ron to pause? Can I get my high five to pause?
Hey.
High five.
Hey.
Thank you.
I for sure thought that was for me, but you got his ass. You got it.
No, I
Go
wasn't
ahead.
talking to you because I was listening. He was like, you said the albino, and I was like, all right. And I was trying to type like, yo, why did you put them pictures like that to where it looked like Ron is looking up at you? I was like, this is weird. But it's like, see, look.
I'm all about visuals, baby. I'm all about
No.
visuals. I know how to make it work.
One more time. It looks like Ron is just so surprised. Oh, you got an albino too? We can become best friends.
I'm like, yeah, man.
We friends now.
Yeah.
And look, and Magic looking like he said, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we friends.
I
We
got
friends,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we friends, man. So when he was like, yeah, you know, like I can handle the big snakes better than I can the little snakes, I was like, all right, I'm gonna let him fix it. He's like, you know, like the big snakes is easy. You know, I can easily have pause.
You gave him a chance. You did give him a chance. You gave him a chance.
You did.
I couldn't type pause as much as I could.
Hey, yo.
I'm mad. How many times as you said it? I'm mad.
We done talked to the man. Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram, the Rev _Ron Hunt. On Twitter, the Rev
Ron Hunt. Facebook, the Rev
whatever
Ron
that is
Ron
in between.
Hunt.
Ron
TikTok.
Hunt, way that you're looking at it.
Yeah.
TikTok, the Rev Ron Hunt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
While you're following, you know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and follow Ringside Mayhem Podcast on Facebook. RS Mayhem Pod on Twitter. Ringside Mayhem Pod on Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
And then, YouTube,
you already know the deal.
All y'all that's watching right now, make sure y'all comment, like, share. Most importantly, hit that notification bell and subscribe to SSAW TV, Ringside Mayhem Pod TV. Or we can stay up on all the news, all the mayhem, especially this right here. This is gold. Y'all do not want to miss this.
If y'all just coming in right now, go ahead and roll back to the beginning and catch how wild this shit got. You know what I'm saying? It's all mayhem all the time.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Matt, they might ask you, where can they catch you? Catch us ringside. Well, all the mayhem
goes down.
Let's go.
Let's go.